All right, check 1, 2. All right, check 1, 2.
The York Revolution is on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball is brought to you by
People's Bank, Wellspan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, PSECU, Kona Ice, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swing and a deep drive to right field. Watch this one go. He fires. Game over. Base hit. It's a fair ball. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He slides. He's in. Revs win it.
Now, with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good afternoon, everyone, from Clipper Magazine Stadium here in downtown Lancaster. Welcome to game number 133 of York Revolution Baseball. Today, game number 70 on the road. It's the final road game of the regular season as the Revs try to win the Community Cup, set a team record for road wins in a year, and lower that magic number. It is at 4 entering play today. A gorgeous afternoon here in Lancaster as the Revs meet the Barnstormers in the rubber match of this series. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Brett Petrak. Welcome to Revs Baseball. Could not ask for a better Sunday afternoon. Sun shining over here, temperatures comfortable, and Brett, a huge win last night. The Revs, a disappointing Friday, got off to the big early lead, could not hang on to win that game, but last night, 2-1, and that was one of the pitchers' duels that, you know, if you're into that, and sometimes we are, we like a little mix. We like to see some offense, but last night was a pitching-dominated game, and Mitch Atkins leading the way.
Oh, always. And you know what Mitch is able to do every time he goes out. Capion and Jamison McGrain were fantastic as well. That's about as masterfully pitched the game as we've seen all season against a good lineup with some all-star hitters in it, so I think they handled their business big time. Coming into this game, it's absolutely gorgeous. Makes for a great day of baseball, and you may wonder, well, can you find something important about playing a team that's 38 games under 500? Well, you did a good job describing it. Taking that magic number down, and another record that could be broken on this historic year, the road wins for a season, that's there, and the all-important Community Cup. Want to take that thing home on the bus with us. Don't want to have to worry about trying to grab that thing next weekend. Let's just take it home with us this Sunday, Daryl.
Absolutely. It is the Barnstormers' final home game of the season, the Revs' final road game of the regular season. They dropped one off that magic number to 4 last night. 4-game lead for first with 8 games remaining. And if you weren't with us last night, the only offense the Revs needed came from Henry Castillo with the game scoreless in the 5th.
We'll see if he runs. As Castillo rips one to deep right field. That one is out of here. Off the Stay Cool Lancaster sign-in right. Henry Castillo gives York the 2-0 lead. Home run number 13 on the season for Hank. Wasted no time, first pitch swinging, and got that one right out of the short porch, baby.
And that came in support of Mitch Atkins, who allowed just 1 run in 7 innings. He set a team record with his 17th quality start. in one season, and last night picked up his 11th win, the league's second most, and joins Thurm as the only pitchers in Revs history with more than one 11-win season.
Now, twos are wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on here in the 6th. The pitch from Atkins is swung on and missed. He got him. Mitch Atkins works out of his first jam of the game by striking out Golson for the 2nd time today. Strikeout number 6 for Mitch, as the Revs will hold the 1-run lead as we'll head to the top of the 7th.
And that was Lancaster's biggest threat. They had scored a run on a bloop hit, had 2 more men on base, and Mitch got out of it. And the Barnstormers didn't have a base runner the rest of the night. Mitch 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. Victor Capillon the same in the 8th. Jamison McGrain the same in the 9th. Revs fans scattered throughout the stands here at the Clip. McGrain ready. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Game over. McGrain does it again. And the Revs win 2-1 here in Lancaster. The magic number is down to 4. A 2-1 win. Mitch Atkins pitches them to his 11th victory of the season. And it was a Henry Castillo 2-run home run in the 5th inning that stands up as all the offense they needed tonight. They have tied the team record for road wins in a season with their 37th, and the magic number is down to 4 with 8 games to go in the regular season. Now the Revs will try to chip away at that today. It'll be right-hander Dan Miner making the start, 7-9, a 5.07, but his last 2 have been back in typical Dan Miner form. He's been good the last 2. Lancaster will go with lefty Nate Reed, the former Rev, who's 4-4 with an ERA of 5.44. Revs are 71-61 overall entering the day, 37-25 in the second half, a 4-game lead for first. Coming up on our pregame show, we'll look at the upcoming season wrapping, regular season wrapping, 7-game homestand that begins tomorrow. We'll get Mace's thoughts on last night's win coming up as well. First pitch today is set for 1 o'clock here at the Clip on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Baseball fans looking to cool down between innings? Rudders, the official beverage sponsor of the York Revolution, has the ticket. Grab 1 or 2 of Rudders' new smooth brewed iced teas at the concession stand. Rudders' teas are a home run. And after the game, visit a Rudders store on your way home to refuel your car and feed your appetite. Explore our award-winning menu, all cooked fresh. Plus, grab a Rudders Rewards card and become a Rudders VIP. Plus, don't miss the Fuelin' Up Summer Sweepstakes, featuring daily prizes as well as the chance to take home free coffee, free hot dogs, and free fuel for a year, or even cold, hard cash. More details at Rudders.com. Rudders, why go anywhere else?
7-game homestand for the Revs to close the regular season. It begins tomorrow, and the Long Island Ducks are in, first of 4, all at 6:30. Tomorrow, a hunger-free Monday presented by United Fiber and Data to benefit the York County Food Bank. And it's also American Legion in Central PA 100-year birthday celebrations. So a couple of really cool things going on tomorrow on the Monday homestand opener. Tuesday at 6:30, Wellspan Sports Medicine Silver Sluggers Tuesday. Also, our senior fair on Tuesday night for the final Silver Sluggers game of the 2019 season. Wednesday, Kids Eat Free Wednesday, presented by People's Bank. And then the Revs will close the series against Long Island on Thursday. Friday night, Lancaster comes in for the weekend. And at 6:30 Friday, it is Ladies' Night, presented by UPMC. That's always a big hit. I think it's always in September, at least almost always in September, and that's always a big hit for the ladies. Free tickets for all ladies, courtesy of UPMC. Saturday night, always a huge game, the final Saturday of the regular season. Postgame fireworks that night, and it is high school spirit night at Peoples Bank Park Saturday as well. And then on Sunday at 1 p.m., Fan Appreciation Day, Sunday Family Fun Day, presented by Wise Markets with pregame autographs, catch on the field, postgame kids run the bases. It is Bark in the Park, as always, presented by East York Veterinary Center. And a particularly special Sunday next week, it'll be Boomer's Retirement Party next Sunday at Peoples Bank Park. Tickets are on sale at YorkRevolution.com, 717-801-HITS, and at the Revs ticket office. That all starts tomorrow night. Today, the Revs play their final road game of the regular season, looking for a new team record for road wins in a year as they go for their 38th. We'll check in with Mace. The Broadway Transmission Manager's Report is coming up next.
Fair time is here, and Maple Donuts brings you a taste of the fair with their tasty cotton candy donut. Enjoy this treat through September 15th. This donut features cotton candy flavored cream, topped with fun blue and pink cotton candy color icing. With the autumn chill soon in the air, pumpkin season begins at Maple Donuts. You'll love their pumpkin coffee, cappuccino, pumpkin fritters, and donuts. Fair time or any time is the right time for Maple Donuts. At Maple Donuts, they know a thing or two about donuts.
Come celebrate the 55th Annual National Apple Harvest Festival. It's fun for all ages of hundreds of arts and crafts vendors, dozens of food vendors featuring anything and everything apple and hard cider, beer, wine, and distilled beverages, plus live entertainment on several stages around the festival grounds. Held October 5th and 6th and 12th and 13th, located in the heart of Apple Country, just 7 miles west of historic Gettysburg. Buy your tickets in advance on appleharvest.com and bring the entire family for a fun-filled day.
Catch the Revs all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace, well, a great bounce-back win last night. You had a wild, high-scoring, one-run game on Friday that got away, but a tight, low-scoring win last night, and at this time of the year, that was a big one to get.
Absolutely. I mean, every win is big right now, especially coming down the stretch. And that's baseball, you know. I mean, two teams combined for 17 runs one night and then 3 runs the next night. So, but that was an extremely well-pitched game. I mean, you know, LB and Mitch, I mean, they were really on their game, and, you know, and the bullpens were just as good. So it was tough sledding if you had a bat in your hand last night.
Mitch is starting to do some things that, like, only Cody and Thurm have done, and you've seen all those guys. Where is he kind of starting to get, you know, in your ranking of top pitchers that you've had here?
I mean, he's right there. I mean, you know, easily, you know, within the top 3, 4, or 5. And the main thing to make those guys so good was consistency. I mean, they're just so consistent every time they go out there. Even when they don't have their best stuff and they kind of battle through it a little bit, I mean, they're still able to give you, you know, 5, 6+ innings. And that's all you can ask for from your starter. You know, when your starters are on, they're going to, you know, they're going to roll. Like last night, guys were rolling. But, you know, we've seen starts where guys don't have their best stuff, but they're still able to keep you in the game and give you 15 to 18 outs. And then hopefully your offense can do something and your bullpen can hold it. So, you know, just as long as the starting pitchers, they give you a chance to win, that's really all you can ask.
And I'm sure the fact that he went 7 last night was really big because you had used Judy back-to-back days. You're able to, I'm sure you wanted to avoid him anyway, but you go Capion and McGrain, and they were perfect, and that's all you needed after Mitch.
Exactly. You know, I mean, that was kind of the plan going in. It was like, you know, if we needed to use a third guy, you know, we might have stepped up with Carson or somebody like that, but, you know, or Smoker. But until we can get Cabral back, you know, 100%, which I'm hoping will be tomorrow, you know, we're, you know, if our starters can go like that, I mean, that's a good sign for us. And, you know, Capion is, I mean, he can throw every day. I mean, he comes in and just tells me, hey, I'm up, use me. So, and so far he's been perfect. So, you know, that he's a good addition for us. And we'll see what happens today. But right now, that's a big win last night. Like I said, they're all big right now.
You only had 4 hits, but you only needed one of them because Marrero walked in front of Castillo, who hit the home run in the 5th. And that thing went out to right field here, but he really slammed it, didn't he?
No, he hit it well. I mean, he was even a little bit out in front on the pitch, but he still got it good enough to get out of here. And that was really, I mean, the only bad pitch that probably Albadeo made the whole time. But sometimes in this ballpark you just never know what you're going to get. You could have high scoring, low scoring, pop-ups to right field or home runs. So it's an interesting ballpark, to say the least, as far as how this right field plays here. And when you have new pitchers that come in here for the first time, the first thing they do when they walk out the tunnel is they look at how close that is to home plate, and that can mess with you right away. But I think you still have to pitch left-handers inside here. You still have to get in off the plate, and you have to let them know that you're going to do it, because if not, they'll stand on top of the plate and they'll try to hook everything to right field. So you have to be able to knock guys down and move them around, and then pitch your game from there.
Well, I know today you're giving Dotel a day off. He's been scuffling a little bit by his standards, and Marrero goes into that 2 spot. He's shown you a good bit here in these first 2 days, hasn't he?
No, he really has, and it's just something I want to see anyway. I mean, I think he'd be real capable at hitting in the 2-hole. I don't know if that's something that I would do consistently moving forward, but for today, they're throwing Nate Reed, and and let's face it, I mean, Dotel's out there every night. I gave him 1 DH one night, but I mean, he's been out there every single night. So sometimes guys just need to get off their feet. So we're going to get him off of there today and get him ready for tomorrow. But, it'll be interesting. I want to see Marrero. He handles the bat really well. He doesn't really seem to chase pitches that much. So we'll see how he does in that 2-hole today.
And you got Dan Miner going his last 2 starts. Are you pretty encouraged with the way he's heading into this stretch run?
I am, and Danny should be too. I mean, he's throwing the ball much better than he was like 3 or 4 starts ago. But like I said, a lot of it has to do with matchups, and usually when he got beat around, it was Long Island. So, some teams get you and some teams don't. It's just you really can't put your finger on it. But I mean, they had some guys that pitched here for the Barnstormers over the years that, I mean, they handled the whole team, the whole league until it came to us, and then we just smashed them. So you just never know what's going to happen. But Danny will come out. I'm sure he'll give us everything he can, and then hopefully the bullpen can go from there.
Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck today.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason and the Broadway Transmission Managers Report just about set to go here this afternoon. The lineup's brought to you by Flying Feet. For the Revs, it'll be Justin Trapp in center field leading things off. Emmanuel Marrero at second base, bat second. Telvin Nash will DH and hit third. Cleanup man is Isaias Tejeda, who today plays at first base. Melky Mesa in left field will hit fifth. Carlos Franco, the third baseman, batting sixth. Ryan Dent, shortstop, hits seventh. Zach Sullivan in right field will bat eighth. James Skelton does the catching for Dan Miner and hits ninth. Again, it's Trapp, Marrero, Nash, Tejeda, Mesa, Franco, Dent, Sullivan, and Skelton. Barnstormers are taking the field. We'll have the national anthem here momentarily. Get you their lineup afterward, as we're moments away from game number 133 for the Revs. After today, just 7 home games remaining. And hopefully, after one of those, a celebration will occur. Magic number is 4. Any combination of 4 Revs wins and Sugarland losses would allow York to pop the corks and set up a playoff schedule that would begin with a visit to Sugarland.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with our national anthem. Performing the Star-Spangled Banner, here is Melissa Almond.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight
national anthem here this afternoon in Lancaster. Once again, that lineup for the Revs, it is Trapp, Marrero, Nash, Tejeda, Mesa, Franco, Dent, Sullivan, and Skelton. They will give Dotel a day off here today with Marrero hitting in that 2 spot. For the Barnstormers here this afternoon, they will have Caleb Gindel in right field leading things off. Melvin Mercedes, second base, bats second. Joe Turdoslavich, the DH, will hit third. Parker Morin does the catching and is in the cleanup spot. Josh Bell at third base is hitting fifth. Michael Martinez, the shortstop, bats sixth. Devon Torrance in left field is hitting seventh. Darian Sanford, center field, bats eighth. Casey Hobson at first base will hit ninth. Again, Gindel, Mercedes, Turdoslavich, Morin, Bell, Martinez, Torrance, Sanford, and Hobson. With Nate Reed on the mound, it's been a mixed bag for him. Some have been very good, some have struggled since coming back. 10 starts, 4-4, a 5.44 ERA, 51 and a third innings, 61 hits. Opponents hitting .299. Good control numbers, only 15 walks, 42 strikeouts. Has made one start against the Revs, and York got to him a little bit. Back in mid-August at home, Revs were kind of quieted by him early, but ended up scoring 4 in 4 and a third innings against him. He ended up with a no decision, or in 4 2/3 rather. He ended up with a no decision that night, but the Revs won the game 6-5. 9 hits and 4 2/3 off of him. Now we're set to go as Justin Trapp makes his way to the plate. Revs are in the navy tops, Lancaster and an alternate Sunday white, as our Dasher Investment Services first pitch misses high. We are underway at 1:04 stadium time. Trapp, who's on a 5-game hitting streak coming in. Here's the 1-0, and he watches it over for a strike. The Lancaster jerseys are, I believe it's for Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, designed by kids. White with red sleeves as Reed misses up and in. Kids' artwork actually on each jersey. Trapp hitting .265, 5 home runs. Pitch to him, he takes just off the outside corner. 3 balls and a strike. Tim Detweiler, our plate ump today. It is Calvin Baker at first, John Grasso at third. The 3-1, and it is a called strike. Trapp was on his way to first. He thought it was high, but it'll be a full count.
I thought that one was a little high too, but
I couldn't see it.
I got you. I'm looking around.
3-2, and a swing and a pop fly at second. It's Mercedes going out into shallow right, and he makes the play a little bit over the shoulder, right in front of Gindel coming in, and that's how the game starts. If you're watching on YouTube, you get the same brilliant view that we do. So welcome to the booth with us.
We're bringing the game to you. You truly feel like you're part.
Nothing like it. Here's Marrero, who hits second today. They give Dotel a day off. Marrero 2 for 8 with the 3-run homer in his first at-bat Friday. And he swings and misses, going after the first one here.
Manny Marrero.
I like it.
It's sticking. It's happening.
Beautiful day. It's 79 degrees, sunny. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a miss. Fastball from Reed. Our weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care.
It's been a tough season here for the home fans, but they got a beautiful one to end it. No doubt about that. This is perfect baseball weather.
There's the 0-2. And that misses up high.
Hi there. How you doing? Good. How are you doing? Good.
That's good.
Our buddy Jimmy.
High traffic area. 1-2 to Marrero, swing and a miss. High fastball, and Reed strikes him out. Reed is Lancaster's all-time leader in strikeouts. That's the 390th of his Barnstormers career.
Saquon Barkley might see about 70 touches today with Sterling Shepard out, but he's already scored. 27-yard touchdown for all you Penn State fans.
I'm part of that.
I know.
Here's Talbin. Base is empty, 2 outs. Pitch from Reed. It's a fastball just inside. Talbin hitting .292, 38 home runs, 94 driven in. Can he get to 40 and 100? Pitch is just inside. He's at 100 runs scored. He's 4 walks away from 100 walks.
That'd be pretty cool.
Be some serious round numbers on that stat sheet. Here's the 2-0. And a swing and a drive. High and deep right center. Sanford back. It is gone. Home run number 39 for Talbin Nash. He goes to the opposite field. And the Revs have struck first here in the top of the first inning. It is 1-0. RBI number 95 and home run number 39 for the big man. That'll start it off today. And descends into a jubilant Revs dugout. For the team, it's their 158th home run, adding to the most by any team in the league in the last decade.
It's unbelievable. That one, just the sound was perfect. Where he put it in this park, absolutely beautiful. And Talbin Nash getting us on the board early.
Here's Tejeda. First pitch is down and away. Talbin with his 6th of the year against Lancaster. He's hit now 20 at home, 19 on the road. Here's the wind from Reed, the 1-0. And a swing and a miss. Fastball. Nash with the 92nd of his Revs career. So he now has the 4th most in league history by himself. As Reed misses high, he is going to try to become the 3rd in league history to get to 40. He's got the most since 05, which is the last time that any hitter in the league has hit 40. The 2-1, and a swing and a high fly right center. This one looks to be playable. Gendel from right. It's going to be Sanford instead. Sanford from center is over to make the catch. But the Revs have struck first today. Talbin Nash goes yard again. Solo shot. And at the end of a half inning, it's the Revs 1 and the Barnstormers coming up.
If you build it, he will come.
So the famous line goes in the classic baseball movie Field of Dreams. Well, at Brooks Huff Tire and Auto Center, we did just that. We built a family-owned, friendly, clean, state-of-the-art, multi-location tire and auto repair business that covers all 4 corners of York County.
Go the distance.
For over 75 years, Brooks Huff has been serving its customers and stands behind its work nationwide for 24 months through the Goodyear Tire Service Network and the Napa Auto Care Program. Unexpected vehicle repairs can hurt the family budget, but our preferred customer card offers special deals, rebates, and up to 6 months no-interest payments on many services. And from September 3rd through the 17th, get up to $325 back on a set of 4 select Goodyear tires.
People will come, Ray.
Come visit Brooks Huff at our Shrewsbury, Leader Heights, Hanover, and Manchester, Pennsylvania stores before the offer disappears into the cornfield. Or visit us on the web at www.brookshuff.com.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a York Revolution birthday party at Peoples Bank Park. Parties include 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Kessler's hot dogs and pizza, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey and throws out a first pitch, and the whole crowd sings happy birthday before the party enjoys a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays at a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Cannonball Charlie's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Revs a 1-0 lead as Dan Miner gets set to go here in the bottom of the first inning. really wish I had somewhere else to put this camera, but I just don't. Caleb Gindel will lead things off. 1-0 on Nash's home run.
And do a cheerleading lift. High school spirit night, baby, coming up.
Minor's first one is in the dirt. Dan is 7-9, a 5.07 ERA. His last 2 starts, though, he's gotten back on track. 0-1 in those 2, but quality starts in both. And now set. Here is the 1-0. Fastball. It's just outside, apparently. Gindel named their player of the year before today's game. He's hitting .298, 22 home runs. Minor the 2-0, and a swing and a foul up over the third base side roof. You know what we need over here?
What?
We need our stream to be captured by drone.
That would be pretty cool.
Sugarland's actually going to do one game like that.
I saw that. The whole entire game broadcasted by drone. That's a neat idea.
Pitch is swung on, looped foul, and out of play, third base side.
One thing High Point does really well is all that video technology they have.
Well, they better because you can't see the game.
That's true.
So,
from where you're sitting.
Yeah.
It's just a funky stadium.
Minor, who continues to go only from the stretch. He fires, and a swing, a high fly, right center field. Sullivan with the shades on, shading his eyes with the glove. He's under it and makes the grab with Trapp coming over to help if needed. And it appears to be, now we're under an overhang, but it appears to be a very high sky today. I thought a couple of the Lancaster outfielders were fighting the sun in the top half of the inning as well.
Yeah, they're struggling down there and right down the first baseline. Most of the stands here are shaded. We're very shaded, obviously, under the overhang, but kind of something to think about, fighting the sun. Sullivan did a good job there, too, and Trapp had that one the whole entire way for relief.
Here's Melvin Mercedes, who takes down low. Mercedes hitting .228, a home run, 9 driven in. Some nice loud techno beat. The 1-0, and a shot up the middle. It's a base hit just past Minor's glove. Mercedes actually didn't necessarily smoke it, but hit it just to Minor's right, and up the middle it goes, a 1-out single.
Yeah, the techno will give you headaches. I've left here a couple days in a row now. Techno beat.
Go see Chung for some Advil. Here's Joe Turdoslavich, the DH. He's 8th in the league in batting, .296. He's tied for 3rd in homers with 22, along with Gindel. Pitch from Minor. Oh, a swing and a miss. The bat goes flying into the stands. Couple of rows behind the Lancaster dugout. I think it might have hit a kid on the shoulder. He's upstanding. Immediately, I assume his dad is tending to him. And Barnstormers dugout is motioning for one of the ushers to come down. Now that kid being consoled by his dad. I think initially he was stunned and he actually reached for the bat initially, and now a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to get the bat, which is good. He wore that one like a champ, dugout looking up over, making sure he's okay. And he launched that thing.
Yep, Turdoslavich is going to let the kid keep that one. A lot of times hitters want the bats back. The bats are very important to them. They're going to give the kid a baseball from the dugout as well. Here's a swing and a pop-up. Left field, Mesa coming in, over toward the line with his blue shades on today. And he makes the play for out number 2. I like the blue shades. That jives with me.
Yeah, you with the blue Oakleys on in here. I left my glasses. My glasses come from the great Carrot. He lent me some glasses when we went down the High Point. Now they're in my car. Long story that we'll talk about before. I was not able to go into my car today.
You left a lot of things.
I did. Dignity. Keys.
Well,
I don't know about dignity.
That's another day.
Yeah, we don't have enough time on air to talk about all my errors.
There's Parker Morin, who takes a little bit low.
But it was quite the bus ride home and quite the night for me, figuring out how to live.
Revs a 1-0 lead here in the first inning. Pitch to Morin, a swing and a foul out of play, third base side. Looks like they are handing more items up out of that first base dugout.
Well, you take it like a champ like that, kid. He's all right.
Ternaslovic is signing the bat for him now.
That's awesome. Oh, he'll remember that. He'll remember the brief amount of pain and then the bat and everything else going forward. The round of applause from all the fans.
1-1 and a swing and a miss. High fastball from Minor.
That thing got just over the net, too. I mean, their netting, you would think would have caught that one, but just over.
That extends on a downward angle all the way to the end of the dugout.
I feel like little me would have, I would have cried, but I would definitely have been okay to get the memorabilia afterwards.
A ball high, 2-2. Yeah, he'll be a fan for life. Revs up 1-0 here in the first. Morin hitting .244, 5 home runs. Minor looking for a scoreless first inning. There's the stretch, the 2-2. Runner goes from first and a swing and a fly ball, shallow left. Mesa charging in. He'll run it down all the way in toward just behind shortstop. And Mesa on his horse sprints in and makes the play. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. And there was no chance for Dent because he was going towards second with the runner going on that pitch. That was all Malky. But he gets there, and the Revs with a 1-0 lead as we head to the second inning.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
The York Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs up 1-0 as we head to the second inning here this afternoon. Malky Mesa will lead things off. Talbot Nash, 39th home run of the year, spotting the 1-0 lead. Mesa, who's 5th in the league in batting, 304. And Reed with his first pitch, a swing and a foul tip back to the net. If Mesa can hit one more long ball in this final week, he'll have back-to-back 20 home run seasons with York.
Yeah, think about the time he missed as well.
Yeah.
Missing about a whole month of the season.
There's the 0-1 from Reed and a swing and a foul tip to the netting once more.
And he was the most impressive batter we had all last year, Malky Mesa. Don't want him to be an afterthought with how good Nash and Tejeda have been. He's still one of the league's best. Defense has been great this season in his first true stint as an everyday outfielder.
A fastball high that he lays off of. He's played a great left field. He's begun to steal some bases here in the second half also. Got 5 of those. Reed stands angled toward first. The lefty and Mesa tires of waiting and backs out. Malky, a 7-game hitting streak snapped last night. 1-2. And a swing and a line drive to left field, but right at Devon Torrance. Comes in a step or two and waits on it and makes the catch. Pretty hard hit, but out number 1. That'll bring up Carlos Franco. Franco hitting .315 with 12 home runs. He's hit .378 against Lancaster.
I was afraid that the hoodie might be too hot today, but it's pretty comfortable in this booth for us. I probably would have survived with just the hoodie. I might put it on. It's been good luck.
First pitch to Franco. A line drive, base hit to right. He jumps on that and yanks it into right field. Revs with their second hit. Not me, Brett. I would be way too toasty if I were to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I am a relatively warmer guy. I didn't want to say hot guy there. I didn't want to lie to our fans. But a relatively warmer guy in general. But it's cozy up here. Franco, again, just doing a really good job against the Stormers. .378 average against them coming in and only going up from here.
Now Dent swinging a miss. First pitch from Reed. Revs a 1-0 lead here in the second inning. Dent hitting .293, 9 home runs. Pitch from Reed. It is swung on, foul tipped off the mid of Morin and back to the screen. Dent hitting .326 with 4 of his 9 home runs against lefties. Reed, who lost his last start, 4-2 to Long Island. Sets and delivers. And a ground ball left side. It's a base hit in the hole. And the Revs with first and second and 1 out. As Ryan Dent behind in the count pulls one on the ground and through. First and second for Zach Sullivan.
Getting the K-Man honors today. They picked Hank last night. It was a bad choice from the booth. A very, very bad choice, considering he provided the only runs for the Revs. He must have been motivated. There's a lot more to it. People don't understand.
Just a total failure, you might say.
Really?
As Sullivan swings and misses at the first one.
I mean, it's a craft.
Well, we'll get to see it done the right way beginning again tomorrow night. Reed sets, checks second, the 0-1, and a fastball that's in for a strike.
I made a big bet saying that we would get every single game for the rest of the year. I've stayed true to it. We're 6 in a row, but to get to 13 would be quite the task.
That was gutsy of you, but you have a chance. Here's the 0-2, swing and a miss. He gets Sullivan up high. Reed handles him on 3 pitches, 2 down here in the second inning. James Skelton will come up.
They got to set high goals, right?
If you don't, why set them at all?
Exactly. Been a guy that tends to reach, maybe bat out of order a couple times in my life. I'll try to get this one done for the fans.
Left on left with Skelton. First pitch swinging and a foul straight back. Do you care to elaborate on
no.
No, okay.
No.
Okay.
I do not.
Skelton's at .291, 9 home runs, leads the league in on base. Pitch, breaking ball, it catches the outside corner, strike 2 called. Revs with a threat, and they lead it 1-0. Reed jumps ahead though, here with 2 outs. Skelton hitting .321 with men in scoring position, even better with 2 outs. The pitch, he swings and he fights it off. Looped foul up off the facing of the upper deck on the third base side. It plops down below.
There's been a lot of souvenirs so far this game, between the bats and all these foul balls caroming all around the skybox level.
Well, it is Fan Appreciation Day after all.
That is true. The last home game of the 2019 season. Heard Dave Collins say it on the field.
Pitch to Skelton, a swing and a fly ball, left center, slicing back. Torrance on the run, and it carries past him. Going all the way back to the warning track. Franco scores. Here comes Dent. He scores standing. And James Skelton, a 2-run double that carries to deep left center. And the Revs lead it 3-0 here in the top of the second.
Not sure what Torrance was told about James Skelton. Don't know if he wasn't expecting the power, but he was way shallow, and he paid the price there. Big time. Even a guy with Sanford speed wouldn't be able to cover that ground, how hard that ball was hit. And Skelton doing some damage.
I thought it might slice back to him, the only thing that would have helped him, but nope, it was hit way too well for that, way past him. And here's Justin Trapp, Skelton at second, and Trapp swings and fouls the first one back.
I don't know if that's where he would stand for his traditional 9-hole hitter, but James Skelton is far from that. That is just way too shallow to play him.
And he's now approaching 50 driven in. He's got 48. Came in .353 with scoring position and 2 outs. Pitch to Trapp, swing and a miss. A changeup from Reed, a foul tip into the mitt, in fact.
Yeah, him and Dotel in that regard are just unbelievable. I guess that is the highest pressure situation in a regular situation, you could say.
Reed ready. And the 0-2. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Skelton takes off for third. Martinez at short has it cleanly, though, and throws on to first for the out. But the Revs have scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second. They score their 2 here on 3 hits. Skelton's 2-run double, 1 man left. We go to the bottom half of the second inning today. It's the Revs 3 and the Barnstormers nothing.
The malls and the internet are filled with places that sell running gear. But where do you go for performance track and field gear, technical help, and reasonable pricing? Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes' reputation is widely known. They've been outfitting beginners to nationally ranked runners for more than 30 years, and their selection of brands and models is unmatched anywhere in Central PA. Training shoes, track spikes, specialty shoes for all field events. If Flying Feet doesn't carry it, then you probably don't need it. All this at prices that will pleasantly surprise you. Flying Feet's entire staff is knowledgeable of what you need. Beginners and pros come away from Flying Feet with the right advice and the right shoe for their needs. And that applies to the needed accessories, replacement spike elements of all sizes, shot and discus implements, running apparel and sports tights, and Under Armour performance apparel for specialty track and field equipment and the know-how without the specialty store prices. Flying Feet. Just off exit 18 of I-83 on Mount Rose Avenue next to Battery Warehouse in York.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with Pick Games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any Pick Game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play Pick Games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
At the bottom of the second inning, Revs with a 3-0 lead. The big hits so far, the Nash home run in the first inning, and the James Skelton 2-run double in the second inning. Dan Miner will face Josh Bell, leading things off. Scoreless first, allowed a single to Melvin Mercedes, but that was it. And Minor ready to go. First pitch of the inning to Bell. It is up high. Bell hitting .202, 4 home runs, 20 knocked in.
I got a huge game on the gridiron tonight.
Yeah.
Eagles and Falcons.
1-0, and that is over for a strike. Fletch is wearing his Falcon shirt today, and he's very loud.
He is. There's some resident Eagles fans up here in the booth, but you'll find a bunch of Atlanta guys rooting for the Falcons in the Revs dugout, Fletch being the biggest.
There's a swing and a miss, fastball.
He's got the Braves. I mean, we can't argue with the Braves. Great young team. They're just better than the Phillies, but today will be a big talking point to decide how the rest of the week goes.
I congratulated him last night. Minor with the pitch. Swing and a line drive to right field. It's a base hit. Over toward the line. Sullivan cuts it off short of the corner. He gloves it, pivots and fires in. Holds Bell to a single. Minor, who got ahead of him, has Bell reach to lead things off. I'll bring on Michael Martinez, who has a perfect walk-up song for this stadium with the beat. Maybe not techno, but might be Dominican techno.
Techno and Family Guy references. That is the bread and butter of the production staff. And they're great guys too. Ryan over there is awesome.
He was a big help to getting us on the air Friday night.
Big time.
First pitch to Martinez, poked on the ground at short. Dent to his right, he's got it. Wheels it to second. The turn to first is late. Martinez beats it. Hit a slow little spinner, so it was almost impossible. Well, it was impossible to turn two. But Dent hustled over to his right. They get the lead out for out number one.
That was a great turn by Marrero. I know it wasn't in time, but that's a slowly developing play with a slightly above average runner, and Martinez still made it close. Real quick turn. Like to see that.
Polo is a Seahawks fan ever since they won a Super Bowl a few years ago.
That's odd.
And they're playing Mace's beloved Steelers today, so there's that battle. Here's Devon Torrance, who takes a strike. He was named their Community Player of the Year before the game.
Mace being a Steelers guy, no question about that. I got to question Polo with the Seahawks, though. Just because of the Super Bowl?
Yeah. There's a fastball up high, 1-1. But he's been a diehard ever since.
Has he? Well, I guess you got to give him credit. They're not fantastic now. They're still a good football team, but I mean, if he's going to weather through the slight rebuild they've had to do.
Yeah, I know, it's so tough.
Yeah, so tough.
Minor the stretch, the 1-1, and it is over for a strike. Good slider there. I am reluctantly, well, I'm very aggressively getting Polo to reluctantly become a Sixers fan because Al Horford is from his hometown.
Oh, there you go. Sixers are a feel-good team.
Minor the pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. A high fastball. Martinez looked like he was trying to time him and go. He had stopped. Minor made the pitch and picks up his first strikeout of the day.
Darian Sanford chiming into the Philadelphia Sports Talk with some Meek Mill.
Yeah, he is.
That's the walk-up song. He gets it. And he gets what he's doing against the Revs this year, too. He's been the thorn in the side for this team, him and Gindel. He's been the little problem. Gindel's been the big problem. 333 against York, a boatload of steals as well.
Only 230 overall. Minor with the pitch to him. Swinging, he grounds it softly to second. Marrero's there. He's got it. Throw over to first, and the side is retired. Now Minor threw his first 2 innings scoreless today. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We'll go to the third. It's the Revs 3 and the Barnstormers nothing.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Was it? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Wealth is the ability to feed 100 stray dogs.
Turn empty parking lots into playgrounds.
Watch your child walk down the aisle.
As Henry David Thoreau once said, wealth is the ability to fully experience life. At Smith Wealth Advisory Group, we help our clients identify their ambitions, dreams, and financial goals and develop actionable plans to pursue their passions and interests. Let our wealth of knowledge about wealth help you fully experience life. Visit us at smithwealthadvisory.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Catch the Revs all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the third inning, Revs with a 3-0 lead. Marrero will lead things off. Manny Marrero, who struck out his first time. First pitch from Reed, he chips a foul back behind the plate. Batting in the 2-hole today, has started all 3 games at second base since his acquisition from Lake Erie of the Frontier League. Hit a career-high 16 home runs there this year as a switch hitter. And that's only in 90-some games. Pitch to him. He swings, pulls a ground ball left side. That's going to get through. A base hit to lead things off. Martinez went way to his right, but even if he had gloved it, no chance. Marrero runs well, and he has hit safely in each of his first 3 games with York.
A good guy to bring over. Manny Marrero doing it from both sides of the plate. Nice 3-game hitting streak to get started. Now, I thought I overheard him introducing himself as Manny, and I'm going to stick to that story.
Let's just do it.
Let's just do it. Manny Marrero.
I'll talk to these guys when I'm no longer sick. I don't want to get them in a bad way. Here's Talvin Nash. Reed with the pitch. Big swing and a foul tip to the backstop. You, though, Brett, our friendship goes beyond germs.
Yeah.
So I'll talk to you.
That's fine.
Kind of have to.
And we had the window shut in here too, so it was basically like just pumping all the germs back through recycled air.
Yeah.
So if I end up sick, I know who I'm blaming.
That's not gross at all to think about.
Yeah, it's great. It's fine. Hopefully no one was eating hearing that.
Read the 0-1, and it's in the dirt, blocked by Morin.
We could show them all the fingerprints on this glass here in front of us.
Now, you talk about gross.
That is vile. It's not sickness for me as much as allergies during this season. My dad gets them really bad too. I don't know what it is about when it changes from summer to fall, but whatever weeds or pollen or however it works really gets to me.
Reed ready. Stares at first. Here's the 1-1 and a changeup in the dirt. Nash, who homered to right center in the first inning, his 39th. That opened the scoring. I've come dangerously close to either coughing or sneezing right in our listeners' ears this week, but I've managed to somehow avoid that.
That's the biggest fight, I think, for myself, is trying to not cough or being able to turn the mic down before I cough.
Pitch, it is swung on and missed. Fastball kept away. 2-2. And it was all that stupid flight back. The whole team got it.
On the plane?
Yep.
Good old Sugarland. And that's where you strive to go again. Think about that.
We do.
You want nothing more to be back on a plane heading to Sugarland.
Nothing more.
Shows you how selfless you really are, DH.
2-2. It is a called third strike. Reed snuck one in, and Nash is rung up on it. One away here in the third inning.
Another strikeout presented by Seth Energy.
That'll bring up Tejeda, who flied out his first time. Our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Sugarland at New Britain once more today. And that is just getting started, just underway. First inning, Chase DeYoung against Corey Reardon today. Intriguing matchup. And Reed, a step-off toss over to first. Marrero back standing.
Is Reardon finally healthy?
I have no idea. We haven't seen him since earlier mid-August.
He's picked up a couple more wins.
He has.
So you think maybe he's throwing a little better.
Maybe.
That was tough to watch.
Reed a long set, delivers. Nope, time was called. Pitch doesn't count. Tejeda got it in there in time.
It was a strike for good measure. Stu wouldn't even need to tell us that. It was right down the middle.
Stu does not know when timeout is called.
No, Stu does not. Strike tracking unit. Get it, Stu? Get it? It's funny.
Pitch is a called strike, outside corner. Tim Detweiler, even when a machine is telling him what to do, still with the very emphatic hand motion on the strike call.
I love it. One of my favorites.
Reed sets the 0-1 and a swing and a foul back off the netting. I'll put him, Derek Moshe's hee-ha, and Silvio Martinez just absolutely epic scream up there at the top of the list.
You hear those even with the headset on. Derek Moshe, his sunglasses at night.
And Reed the stretch. Stares at Marrero, delivers home, and a swing and a broken bat pop-up. Shallow right center. Sanford hustles it. Oh, going out. Mercedes from second. Made a great play. Spins and throws to first. And Marrero's doubled off. It's an inning-ending double play. Mercedes going way out from second into shallow center field. Made an over-the-shoulder one-hand grab. Spun and threw a one-hop throw to first. Marrero thought it was going to drop. He was trying to cheat to maybe even go to third on it and could not get back. No runs, one hit, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the third, still 3-0 York.
Image 360 York is your choice for graphics that enhance, signage that works, and displays that inform. Everything from color change car wraps to vehicle wraps for your entire fleet, custom window graphic, decals and lettering, interior signage graphics and displays. Don't replace when you can reface. Call Rob and his team at 717-757-4909. That's 757-4909. Or order online at image360.com/YorkPA. It's fast, affordable, and convenient. Image 360, 2260 Industrial Highway in York.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Revs a 3-0 lead. We go to the bottom half of the third today. Casey Hobson will lead things off. At the top of the order will follow. Dan Miner coming in today, 3-0 against Lancaster, ERA of 3 in 3 starts. Really good one over here back in June as the first one is fouled back and out of play. Hobson hitting .201, 17 home runs. 13 of those at home. Miner, who continues to go from the stretch, comes home. And a swing and a ball scraped foul over by the Revs dugout. The big number for Miner entering the day, 115 and a third innings, just 20 walks and 101 strikeouts. Really, if not for his numbers against Long Island, he'd have a really good ERA for the whole year as he misses up high. Hobson stops in time. They appeal down to third on it. Couple really rough starts against Long Island. If not for that, he'd be at least in the mid 4s, if not the lower 4s. Now set. Here's the 1-2, and a changeup misses in the dirt. Last time out, 3 early runs at Long Island, but worked into the 7th, 6 1/3 on Tuesday night, but Revs couldn't score that night, lost 3-1. Miner sets. Here's the 2-2. And a line drive, right field. Sullivan has to play it on a hop. He was caught in between. It's a leadoff hit. Hobson runs all the way through the bag. Just in case a throw would have been coming, it was not, but leadoff single, tough one to read, whether to sell out to go for it or play it safe.
And that one was hit so hard. Don't know how well Hobson runs, but if Sullivan got up throwing, he might have had him at first base. It's an interesting park with how shallow you are.
And up on his heels a little bit, playing that one on the hop. Now here's Gindel. And the first pitch from Miner, change up, good time for it. Gindel was trying to time dead red and was way out in front. He flied to right his first time. Gindel, who's hit .353 against the Revs this year with 5 of his 22 homers. There's the 0-1, he shows bunt, shortened, pitch missed high, but time had been called. So no pitch.
Don't see that too often, let alone back-to-back innings of time being called at the exact last second. This Tim Detweiler back there is a little hitter-friendly with those kind of calls.
Miner the stretch. And the 0-1, it is up high. And Gindel's only road home run all year came in York. He was named their player of the year before today's game. Had their on-field awards presentation. 1-1, and a swing and a foul tip into the mitt. Fastball up in the zone. Revs a 3-0 lead as we play here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Gindel, who is tied for 3rd in the league in home runs. He's 3rd in RBIs. Only Talvin Nash and Jason Rogers are in front of him. 3rd in OPS. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt with 2 strikes, and he pops it way up foul and straight back toward the roof. So he uses his 2-strike opportunity there.
Must really be struggling with Miner there for a guy that has 22 home runs on the year and could easily be a 3 or a 4-hole hitter trying to drop one down to get on. I get the rule and everything like that, but you'd think he'd be swinging away every single time as their best hitter.
Not sure what goes through guys' minds sometimes. Miner with the pitch. And a breaking ball called 3rd strike. He pours it in at the knees. And Gindel is down looking. 1 away on Miner's 2nd K of the day. 103 strikeouts on the year. Triple digits in strikeouts is nothing to sneeze at. Dan not quite in the league's top 10, but not many have been over triple digits. Here is Melvin Mercedes, lines the first one to left. It carries deep over the head of Melky Mesa. Slips near the warning track, regains his footing to fire in, but it's knocked down by Dent, and there's no relay home. Hobson scores all the way from first on it, and Lancaster on the board. Melvin Mercedes, an RBI double that sails way over the head of Mesa in left, and some unexpected drive deep into the outfield from Lancaster's two-hole hitter.
That same kind of thing that happened with Skelton's double, just in a little bit, thinking he's not going to drive it that far. Mercedes able to square that one up and get the Stormers on the board here.
Now a 3-1 game. And here's Joe Turdoslavich, who flied to left his first time. Minor with the first pitch. He swings, drives it in the air, straightaway center. Trap going back. Carries pretty deep, but he's got room. Makes the catch. Mercedes tagging from second, and he will scamper ahead to third. 2 outs in the inning. Looked like a first pitch fastball that Turdoslavich drove deep, but it's out number 2. And Parker Morin coming up. Actually, I beg your pardon, Minor did just get into the top 10 in strikeouts in his last start. He's 9th. He had been just outside of it, but has cracked the top 10. A little bit outside in innings, but he is 9th in strikeouts. Here is Parker Morin, runner at third, 2 outs. He swings first pitch changeup and pulls a foul on the ground. Revs a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Minor looking to hold him to just the 1 run.
It's 4 straight batters to swing at the first pitch. Do not believe Hobson did so.
He is a strike thrower. It's the stretch from Dan. Now the 0-1, breaking ball in the dirt. Morin looking to stop his hands in time, and he did. He started to commit. Lancaster also is going nowhere, and a lot of times teams in that situation are even more apt to swing at first pitches and whatnot.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, got nothing left to lose.
1-1, swing and a miss, a fastball at 90. Nope, nothing left to lose, just more games.
Well, 1 more at home. That's all they can really do here. It's tough for them.
1-2 on Moore, and that fastball really popped. We'll see what they go to ahead in the count. Here's the stretch. And Minor with the pitch. It is swung on and missed. He went down low off speed. He strikes him out. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Minor, who allows just the 1 run. Strands Mercedes at third base. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 left. We'll go to the 4th. Brett with the play-by-play. The Revs leading it 3-1.
Will I have saved enough for college by the time she gets her driver's license?
How can I ensure beautiful music is always made on the symphony stage?
When I retire, can I take that vacation I always dreamed about?
When life's persistent questions have you seeking answers, turn to Smith Wealth Advisory Group. Let our wealth of knowledge about wealth help turn life's questions into financial plans of action and memorable outcomes. Smith Wealth Advisory Group, answering life's most persistent questions. Visit us at smithwealthadvisory.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Your next haircut now has a shortcut. Introducing the Sport Clips Haircuts app. That's right, now the cut you want is just a tap away. Just download the app, check in at your neighborhood Sport Clips, and choose your Guy Smart stylist, and you're done. We'll text you when your stylist is almost ready. Then head to Sport Clips for a championship haircut experience. It's home field advantage for your hair. No appointment needed. Just download the Sport Clips app and check in. And don't forget a beard trim. Sport Clips. You choose the cut, we cut the weight.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head to the top of the fourth inning here. Revs up 3-1 over the Stormers here in Lancaster. Again, just a beautiful day at the park. Perfect weather and a good start for York. Nate Reed out there for inning number 4 of work. He'll face 5, 6, and 7 in the Revs order. Melky Mesa, Carlos Franco, and Ryan Dent. And Mesa flew out his first time up. A win today, historic. As far as road wins on a season, this would be the record. Also looking to bring the Community Cup back to York. First pitch to Mesa is taken over for strike one. And Mesa with 19 home runs on the year, looking for back-to-back 20-homer seasons for York after doing so last year. The 0-1 is taken in there again for strike two. Fastball top part of the zone for Reed. Mesa hitting .381 against the Stormers this year. The 0-2 on the way, breaking ball fouled back to the screen. So we will do it again. Very little wind, if anything, blowing a little left to right. The 0-2 again, swung on, fouled hard down the right field line and catches the screen right before the first two rows of fans. Now Melky staying alive with the 0-2 count. Now Reed from the windup. The 0-2 swung on, popped up, foul again. 3 straight fouls for Daddy Shark. The Revs are looking for win number 72 on the year. 0-2 once again, breaking ball. This time he got him swinging. A good fight from Daddy Shark, but Reed wins the battle with the swinging K.
Third baseman Carlos Franco.
That'll bring up Carlos Franco. Franco, another Revs player, having a good season against the Stormers. He's 1 for 1 today, came in batting .378 against them. First pitch from Reed, first pitch swinging, but he comes up empty. Fastball at 89, gets behind him. .318 average overall on the season for the Revs' third baseman. 0-1 check swing. Did he go around? Appeal down to third. No, he didn't. Lancaster's dugout can't believe it, but with that new rule, it is hitter friendly, and Franco catches a break. Big shout out to one of our biggest fans all season, Cheyenne Richardson, listening in to the broadcast. The 1-1, Reed slips off the mound a little bit and fires high and outside. Not always Darrell Henry that gets to throw the shout outs. I will shout our good fans out as well. The 2-1 is in there, outside corner to even things up at 2-2. And we'll finish up here, hopefully, with the win in the Community Cup. As the 2-2 from Reed is outside. That'll run the count full. And then a huge 7-game homestand to end the regular season for the Revs. Darryl, myself, will have the call for all 7. The 3-2 swung on, hit on the ground, foul off the front foot of Franco, so we'll do it again. 4 against Long Island, and then 3 against these Barnstormers. Huge final weekend, as it always is at Peoples Bank Park. Ladies' night on Friday, our high school spirit night celebration on Saturday, and a heartfelt goodbye and retirement celebration for our team mascot, Boomer. He's hanging it up after 10 seasons of great work. A 3-2 swung on, fouled off down the left field line and out of play. Oh, Franco stays alive. Boomer, a golden retriever. He's been with the team since he was a pup. Take his victory lap around the field. The 3-2 once again swung on and fouled off yet again. Souvenirs abound for the crowd here today. Blue. 3-2 yet again is high. Reed misses high, and this time Franco wins the battle. As he'll get the first as a 1-out base runner here in the top of the 4th. Franco continues to have a great season against these Barnstormers. They'll bring up Ryan Dent. Dent singled as well his first time off of Reed. Had the night off last night as Rondon was in there at short. First pitch to him swung on and popped up foul down the right field line, out of play. Our count will go to 0-1. Another good year for Dent, batting .296, 9 home runs, 48 runs batted in. He had some injury problems towards the beginning of the year, knee and arm, but has come back nicely. Franco takes his lead off first. The 0-1 to Dent is in there for strike 2 at the knees. 90-mile-per-hour heater from Reed. Earlier this year, Dent became the franchise leader in starts by a shortstop. He's now well over that mark, previously held by Wilson Valdez. The 0-2 swung on, popped in the foul territory. Hobson will give it a look around first, but it will find the seats yet again. The count will go to 0-2. That's been a popular section down there right behind the Stormers dugout. Seen multiple balls fly in there. A bat from Joe Trdoslavich also landed in that section. 0-2 again. The stretch and pitch from Reed is high. Dent takes for ball 1. Dent an all-star this year. He played the entire game at shortstop, went 1 for 4 in the Midsummer Classic, held at the friendly confines of Peoples Bank Park. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Reed with a pair of Ks so far in this inning.
Excellent strikeout presented by
and 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Revs up 3-1. That'll bring up Zach Sullivan, young outfielder in the game today in right field, giving Wellington Dotel, who's had a busy week, the day off. Always in the lineup, Dotel doesn't get many days to rest. First pitch swinging from Sullivan is missed as a slider buries itself in the dirt. Sullivan behind 0-1. The 0-1 is swung on and blooped in the right field. Coming in now is Gindel, will have to field it on a hop. Zach Sullivan with his first hit of the game puts runners on first and second with 2 outs now. Now Sullivan, they do these Sport Clips haircut graphics here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. It looks like Sullivan's his face blown up, and they took the hair from one of the characters from the movie Trolls. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I've seen it on the internet, and kind of put that on his head. Looks pretty funky. That'll bring up James Skelton, who hit a 2 RBI double his last time up and takes ball 1 low here to start this at bat number 2 against Reed. Skelton, .294 average on the year. 9 home runs, 48 batted in. The 1-0 is taken in at the knees for strike 1. That'll even things up. Franco on second, Sullivan on first. Revs up 3-1. The 1-1 is on the outside corner for a strike 2. Skelton already with 2 2-out RBIs today, courtesy of the double. And Devon Torrance, who was shaded in his first at bat in left field, is way deeper. Now knowing he can hit it oppo. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Now Nate Reed strikes out the side here in the top of the 4th. Mixed between a Carlos Franco walk and Zach Sullivan single. Now we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Revs still up 3-1.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with Tropical Shaved Ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Listen live and on demand with the new WOYK app and online at 989WOYK.com.
This is Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head to the bottom of the 4th inning here. Dan Miner, through 3 one-run innings so far, will come back out. It'll be 5, 6, and 7, just like we saw from the Revs. And yesterday, it seemed like both teams were at the same exact points of their lineup in the same exact innings. Not getting quite that so far today, but it is 4, 5, and 6. For them as well. Bell, Martinez, and Torrance due up. Bell 1 for 1 with a single to right today. First pitch from Miner swung on and missed. With a 2-seamer or a cutter there. Change up on the velo to get Bell swinging. Bell just the 205 hitter this year. He's a player coach. Next pitch is outside. That'll even the count at 1-1. 4 long balls and 20 stakes for the third baseman. The 1-1 is in there for strike 2. Thought about offering at it. It was a slider that completely froze him. Dan in the driver's seat. Looking for strikeout number 4 on the day. The 1-2 is swung on, fouled weakly, back behind Skelton. And towards the backstop, Tim Detweiler, the home plate umpire, will lumber over and retrieve that. Now Minor comes set from the stretch. The 1-2 is swung on, hit foul down the first base line this time. Play made by Anderson De La Rosa down there in the catching gear, manning the bullpen catching position. Now we'll do it again from 1-2. Minor now with the pitch. It is just a bit high. That'll run the count to 2-2. Minor earlier today climbed into the top 10 in strikeouts in the league this year. A 2-2 is swung on, hit on the ground to first. Tejeda is up with it easily, waves off Minor, takes it to the bag himself, and that is how the bottom of the 4th inning gets underway. 3 unassisted in your scorebook. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. It'll bring up Michael Martinez. Martinez has some major league time, played for the Cleveland Indians as well as the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch is over for strike 1. Martinez batting .254 on the year. The 0-1, breaking ball, it's a beauty. Started it high, brought it back down low, froze Michael Martinez at the knees. They'll push the count to 0-2. Nine home runs, 42 runs batted in for the switch hitting shortstop. The 0-2 pitch is a called strike 3, outside corner on the fastball, freezing him for out number 2. Strikeout number 4 for Dan here in the 4th. That'll bring up Devon Torrance, who was strikeout number 1 for Dan his last time up. Earlier today named the Barnstormers Community Player of the Year. Pre-game celebration for him and Caleb Gindel. This is the final home game for them. First pitch breaking ball stays high from Dan. Torrance, a product of the Ohio State University, as they say, although that is not trademarked. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. He evens it up at 1-1. So Ohio State might have thought they could trademark the but I think might have been used before there. Not sure if I've read that phrase in a Shakespeare book before, but I probably have. The 1-1 swung on, popped up foul over the screen into the stands and off a seat. Torrance batting .225 for the season. 2 home runs and 20 runs batted in. The 1-2 swung on, hit hard, foul down the left field line into the seats. Torrance was a really good football player as well. That's where he started this whole thing. Was undrafted out of Ohio State after playing there, and that's obviously, as most Penn State fans know, a ridiculously good school in football. He was the 12th ranked safety overall in his year. The 1-2 pitch is just a bit outside. Half the team was walking off the field, including Dan Minor, but Stu, their TrackMan device, says you guys are going to have to wait. That makes 2's wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch is swung on, popped up in the left field. Coming in now is Mesa. Going out now is Dent. It will be Mesa who comes in, reaches up, and puts him away for a 1-2-3 bottom of the 4th for Dan Miner. All good so far as we're through 4. Revs up 3-1. We'll be back right after this.
Looking for a drool-worthy auto loan? Hello, I'm Sue DiStefano, President CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. Give Fido the ride of his life in a new car, truck, or SUV. With an interest rate as low as 3.49% APR and flexible terms, we can make it happen. Speak with a loan officer today or apply online at firstcapitalfcu.com. First Capital, putting you and your county first for 65 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
New FM signal, new website. Get features, live broadcasts, and on-demand game broadcasts and shows online at 989WOYK.com.
Top of the 5th inning and top of the order due up for the Revs. Justin Trapp, Emmanuel Marrero, and Telvin Nash. First pitch to Trapp from Reed is taken low for ball 1. Trapp, Manny, Nash. And 1-0 is slapped foul towards the Revs dugout, trying to make some plays over there, or the bat boy and Mark Mason, but that ball trickles into the dugout. Count will be at 1-1. Trapp batting .264, 0 for 2 today. The 1-1 is swung on and missed. Big swing there, but came up empty. Now run the count to 1-2. Trapp with 5 home runs, 38 batted in. 55 runs scored as well. The 1-2 is swung on, hit to right field, not too deep. Caleb Gindel will back up a few steps, now come towards the line and retire Trapp for out number 1. That'll bring up Manny Marrero. Who's hit safely in all 3 games to start his Revs career. A single back in the 3rd did it today. Homered in his first ever Revolution at bat back on Friday. First pitch to him here, breaking ball that catches the inside corner for strike 1. Acquired from Lake Erie in the Frontier League, Marrero is coming off a really nice season there. The 0-1 swung on, hit up the middle, under the glove of Martinez. That's another base hit for Manny. He's 2 for 3. And he's a 1-out base runner here for York in the top of the 5th. He's stinging the ball today. Hit both balls hard through the hole. One between the hole at short and third. That one right up the middle. A good guy to have during a stretch run. Speaking of a good guy to have at the plate, Telvin Nash coming right now. Nash hit home run number 39 earlier in the game. First pitch to him here is taken outside for ball one. Nash with 39 home runs now. He's got 7 games to get it to 40 after this one, which will be the first time anyone's hit 40 home runs or more in this league since 2005. And put that in perspective, I was the ripe age of 10 years old back before anyone did that. Probably attending Camden River Sharks games with my grandmother. Little Atlantic League tie in there. Throw back at first, and Manny Marrero's in there on a slide. It was a close play as Reed executed a really nice pickoff move. Hobson can't believe it. He was jumping up and down. He thought he got him. Second base. He's out, 2 outs now. Telvin Nash, though, up 2-0 in the count. The pitch from Reed is at the knees for strike one. And base is empty, 2 outs. Revs up 3-1. The 2-1 to Nash is in there for strike 2. Breaking ball froze him a little bit at 79. Nash 1 for 2 overall today with that home run. 2-2 on the way. It is a called strike 3 for the second time today, and Telvin cannot believe it. His jaw dropped to his shoulder as he turned and looked at home plate umpire Tim Detweiler. Could not believe that one. Looked high and outside, but it is a called strike 3, and that will end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Revs still holding the 3-1 advantage.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
The York County Solid Waste Authority turns up the heat every day. On your garbage, that is. Advanced waste-to-energy technology is used to burn garbage at 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit in environmentally controlled combustion units. This reduces air emissions and produces electricity, enough to power 20,000 homes every minute of every day. Visit www.ycswa.com to learn more. In York County, garbage is power.
Come celebrate the 55th Annual National Apple Harvest Festival. It's fun for all ages of hundreds of arts and crafts vendors, dozens of food vendors featuring anything and everything apple and hard cider, beer, wine, and distilled beverages, plus live entertainment on several stages around the festival grounds. Held October 5th and 6th and 12th and 13th, located in the heart of Apple Country, just 7 miles west of historic Gettysburg. Buy your tickets in advance on appleharvest.com and bring the entire family for a fun-filled day.
This is Isaiah Tejeda. You are listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Reps. Sport Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in your, first in sport.
Bottom of the 5th inning here, Darian Sanford up to lead things off for the Barnstormers. An important out to get for York. We're currently up 3-1. So Sanford, a base stealing machine. He's 0 for 1 today. First pitch for Miner taking all the way. It is a strike at the knees. Now, Miner's only walked 20 batters all season. Impressive when you factor in he's struck out over 100. Over 100 and I think now 20 innings of work. The 0-1 swung on, fisted foul down the left field line and out of play. But Dan way ahead 0-2. Sanford with a .333 average against the Revs this year. Second best on his team in the lineup today, trailing only Caleb Gindel. But he's been held in check as well. The 0-2 to Sanford, swung on, hit right back up the middle. Dan Miner had to go in the protect mode there, line drive heading toward his noggin. But it went past his glove in the center. And now Darian Sanford will get the show off the wheels here. Just the way things are now in the league with the rules that make it relatively easy to steal bases, not that Sanford really needed that, but definitely exacerbated how many times he can go, how many times he will go, and wouldn't be surprised to see him go here. First pitch to Hobson, he fakes going. The pitch is just outside. Hobson, the 9-hole hitter, batting .203 on the year. Sanford with 68 steals, that leads the league, and by a wide margin. And Miner will step off, look him back to first. He won't get all the way back, but it'll be close enough to where he can step right back on. Now he gets back out to his lead. Hobson 1 for 1 today, singled in the right field. The 1-0 swung on, hit the deep right field. Going back is Sullivan, and he'll have to watch it go. It's a game-tying 2-run homer for K.C. Hobson. Deep in the right field, over the Stay Cool Lancaster roof of their picnic area. And just like that, this thing's all knotted up at 3 apiece. And you have to worry about Sanford, but you can't take any breaks when it comes to Hobson. He is struggling this year with the average at 200. But has his fair share of home runs. That one number 18 for him on this season. Now bring the top of the lineup back to the plate, and Caleb Gindel. First pitch to him is close, but is called a ball. Slider at 78. The 1-0 is swung on and popped up. Had him way out in front of it now. Coming up the first base line in the foul ground is Skelton. He'll reach up and grab it for an important out number 1. Gindel's 0 for 3. Good job on him.
Melvin Mercedes.
One out here in the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up Melvin Mercedes. 3-3 our score. Mercedes 2 for 2 today. First pitch from Miners, a breaking ball that buckles in at the knees for strike 1. 74-mile-per-hour curve. And Revs with 7 hits. Lancaster with 6. Again, deadlocked at 3. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Change up there at 79 at him. Way out in front of it. And Hobson got every stitch of that baseball, too, on that 2-run shot. But still plenty of game to be played. 2 good offenses. The 0-2 is high and inside. Mercedes backs away. Count will go to 1-2. Mercedes with a home run and 10 RBIs on the season. He missed some time with injury. The 1-2 is in the dirt, blocked by Skelton. Keep it in front of him. The overall War of the Roses series right now is at 9-6 with York ahead. 10 is the magic number you need to win it. Like to get that done today. The 2-2 swung on, hit in the air over the head of Ryan Denton into left field. That'll be a base hit. So both second basemen have been hitting the ball well for these teams. Mercedes 3 for 3 now today. Manny Marrero 2 for 3. It'll be a 1-out base runner in the bottom of the 5th. Joe Turdoslavich coming to the plate. Want to stop the bleeding here if you're Minor. First pitch to Turdoslavich is taken just outside again. Now, I had to think he was getting some of these calls earlier. And again, it's done by a device. Everyone has a different strike zone. Nothing to say at Tim Detweiler, but early on, looks like he was getting the outside black and just not anymore. The 1-0 is outside as well. Forced the count to 2-0. And our angle isn't as prime as it could be with being a little bit down the first baseline. Had to move boxes this series, which gave us quite the adventure on Friday night trying to get on air. I'm sure you guys understand. The 2-0 swung on and missed. Change up right down the middle, but a perfect time for it as he was sitting dead red on the fastball and swung right through it. If Gindle's their player of the year, Turdoslavich is a close second. .295 average for him, 22 home runs. The 2-1 swung on and missed again. A change up, same spot, fooling him. Switch hitting third baseman. That's 75 RBIs on the year as well. It's been a good season. That gets him 7th most in the league. Mercedes takes the league off first. There he'll go. Pitch is swung on, hit fouled down the first baseline.
We have a vehicle in the front lot that needs to be moved.
Fans, we have a vehicle in the front lot, I should say, that needs to be moved. Illegal parking, not good. No bueno here in the Atlantic League parking lots. Had a bus parked in the fireworks zone yesterday. The 2-2 swung on, hit on the ground the second. Marrero's up with it. Only play is going to be to first. He'll make that play to retire Turdoslavich. Mercedes will scamper up the second on the fielder's choice, or the ground out to first, I should say. There'll be a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for cleanup hitter Parker Morin. It's now even at 7 apiece. The scoreboard is identical. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for both teams. Series is at one game apiece. Lancaster winning 9-8 on Friday. The Revs taking a 2-1 victory yesterday. So they've all been tight, as you can see. Uh-oh. We have a lost balloon, everyone. First pitch is outside for ball 1. They're handing out balloons, and a child must have let go. That's a traumatizing experience for a young one, watching the balloon fly helplessly into the sky. Look back at second now. The 1-0 swung on and missed. Big swing from Moore, and a lot of swing and miss stuff today from Minor. Specifically that changeup. It's been very effective. Morin's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Batting .242 overall this year. He's in a timeshare catching with Anderson De La Rosa. The 1-1 is high and outside. And we'll go to 2-1. Morin with 5 home runs, 18 runs batted in on the year. The 2-1 is swung on and missed. Fastball that time. No soft stuff there, as he blows a 90-mile-per-hour heater right by him. That'll run the count to 2-2. So twos are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. That's Mercedes. Minor taking a long look in from the sign from Skelton. Now gets it. He'll step on the rubber, but Morin will step out. And to change the timing up there. Now Minor's got it from the stretch. The 2-2 shows bunt, does Morin, and gets it down foul. I mean, everyone will just try to do this for the Stormers, even if they're batting cleanup. With this new rule, you get the 1 free foul bunt per plate appearance, and Morin, who is batting cleanup, a spot in the lineup you're typically trying to swing away, swing hard, and drive in runs. But that will not stop them from trying to do that. No more free bunts here, though. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Runner on second. And Minor will step off. It's been some kind of miscommunication here between these two in this at-bat. Trying to get with the right sign. It's an important at-bat. Got to keep that runner at second. Strand him out there. The 2-2 is swung on, fouled back to the screen. He just got a piece. They went with the hard stuff, fastball at 90. Yeah, we'll do it again. Now, Morin was originally a switch hitting catcher, but is now hit from the left side majority of the second half of the season. The 2-2 breaking ball, that is just outside. Skelton gets up and ready to fire back to second or third if Mercedes wanted to leave, but he stays put. Count full now. 2 outs, runner on second. Game tied at 3-3. The payoff pitch, runner goes, pitch is swung on, hit the right field. Sullivan going back, he's got a beat on it, reaches out and snags it. Heading towards the gap, Zach Sullivan, nice running catch there. As he retires Morin to retire the side. But Lancaster ties things up courtesy of a 2-run home run from K.C. Hobson, but nothing further. We'll head to the top of the 6th, tied at 3-3.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission again, and this time I have things on my mind, like warranty and service after the repair. You already know Broadway Transmission has been part of the community for 67 years at the same location. But did you know that in that time, York County has seen many transmission shops close its doors, like
Amco,
Atomic,
Clutch and Go,
Dr. Transmission,
Cotman,
York County Transmission,
Winters,
Goodlings,
Lee Miles,
A1.
What grinds my gears about these closings are the customers are left with no warranty. Stop! Don't make that same mistake. Broadway Transmission has over 40,000 transmission jobs under our belt, and we are still here today standing behind our famous 3-year warranty. We kid around a lot on our ads, but nothing is funny about having no warranty when you need it. Avoid that risk with the only smart choice in all of York County and stop by Broadway Transmission today. Broadway Transmission will get your shift together and stand behind it too. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
This is Jamison McGrain. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 98.9 FM, 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Making our way through this one, top of the 6th inning, game tied at 3 apiece. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for York. Isaias Tejeda, Melky Mesa, Carlos Franco against Nate Reed. Stays out for inning number 6. Game tied at 3-3. Hits even at 7 apiece. No errors. Tejeda, the league-leading .343 batting average coming into this one. 0 for 2 today. First pitch from Reed, swung on and stung foul down the first baseline. Karam's off of the Lancaster dugout, then to Alvaro Rondon, who's coaching first down there. So 0-1 the count. Reed now in the windup, rocks back, now fires. Breaking ball in the dirt. Tejeda takes 1-1. Tejeda leading the league in hits with 164 on the year. He has 83 runs batted in as well. 21 big flies. Now him and Nash combined for an even 60 home runs. As the 1-1 breaking ball is swung on and missed. For strike 2. That is the Revs' record for a pair of teammates, 60 home runs. Also, when you factor in Melky Mesa, for a trio, that's the most. As he swings at the 1-2 pitch and punches it in the right or center field, that'll be a base hit. Drops in front of Sanford. As Tejeda gets on base for the first time today, he's a leadoff base runner here in the top of the 6th. You factor in Mesa, too, they have 79 home runs as a trio. One more would be 80. A big one for Mesa, who stands up at the plate now, would make it 20 home runs in back-to-back years. The first pitch to him is swung on, popped foul, out of play, down the right field line. And Melky batting .303 with the 19 big flies. He has 68 runs batted in, all while missing about a month. Throw back to first as Tejeda's back in there standing up, but it was close. Reed has had a couple pickoff moves that are in line with the new rules, and they've been good. That one kind of caught Tejeda by surprise. He pointed back at Reed and said, "That's a good one. You almost got me, but you have to be quicker than that." The 0-1 swung on and missed. High fastball at 89 that was tipped into the glove of Morin, according to Tim Detweiler. A runner on first, no outs, 0-1 the count. Or 0-2 the count. Pitch is swung on, hit on the ground to third. Bell is up with it, fires to second for one. The turn back to first is not in time. Good hustle from Melky Mesa to get up the line. It's a field choice, 5-4. One out here now, runner still at first. It'll bring up Carlos Franco. Been on base both times today. He's gotten a base hit. He's also walked. Being a September Sunday, everyone is wearing their football swag today here at the ballpark, or at least a lot of people are. Saw some of the players doing it as well. Zach Sullivan, who's playing right today, was in a Steelers jersey. First pitch to Franco is outside for ball 1. Fletch is rocking the Atlanta Falcons stuff. They play the Eagles tonight at 8:20. I'm excited to watch that one. Sunday Night Football works perfectly with my schedule today. The 1-0 to Franco is on the outside corner for strike 1. That'll even the count. Melky will take his lead off first. The 1-1 is swung on, hit right back to Reed at the pitcher's mound. Fires the second for one. They make the turn to first. It's a 1-6-3 double play for the Lancaster Barnstormers to end the inning. Good play by Reed to snag that thing as it was hit right up the middle as he makes his own way out of the jam. We'll head to the bottom of the sixth. Game locked at 3 runs apiece.
Ask any Mitsubishi driver about their buying experience and they'll all say, I wish I had driven a Mitsubishi sooner. It's the best kept secret in the car business today. And York Mitsubishi is where you'll find them. Mitsubishi is the one brand that packs the performance, the features, and the affordability that drivers demand into every car they make. Plus, you'll tack on even more savings right now during the end of year clearance at York Mitsubishi with $5,000 off the 7-passenger Outlander, 0% financing for 60 months. Plus $1,500 back on Outlander Sport. 0% financing for 72 months on the sporty Eclipse Cross. And the 43-mile-per-gallon Mitsubishi Mirage, one of the lowest priced cars in America today, starting at $12,990. Mitsubishi adds even more value with their 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. And past credit problems are never an issue at York Mitsubishi. Get pre-approved at YorkMitsubishi.com. York Mitsubishi, around the corner of Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, where Mitsubishi's always cost less.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
This is JP Sportman. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Back here at the Clip, it's a good one. Bottom of the 6th inning, tied at 3 apiece. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Stormers. Josh Bell, Michael Martinez, and Devon Torrance. Bell batting .204 on the year. New pitcher for York is lefty Rob Carson. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. First pitch, breaking ball is just inside. Now, Miner's day is done. He goes 3 innings, goes 5 innings, allows 3 runs on 7 hits. The 1-0 is inside. That'll push the count to 2-0. Now, Miner can't get the win in this one, but was still good. Only problem was the 2-run home run to Hobson. The 2-0 from Carson is swung on and popped up foul behind home plate into the skybox level. Now Bell, switch hitting player coach. First time we'll see him batting from the right side. The 2-1 from Carson swung on, hit foul, this time caroming off of the Revs dugout. That'll run it to 2-2. And Bell also throws batting practice for the team, as we said, the hitting coach, so he keeps himself busy. Plays a good third base as well. The 2-2 breaking ball freezes him for strike 3. Rob Carson striking out the first batter he sees here to start the bottom of the 6th. Really nice one there, froze him at 74 miles per hour. That'll bring up Michael Martinez, who he'll flip to the right side now. We've seen him batting from the left today. First pitch from Carson, a breaking ball. That is again over for strike 1. Same pitch, same speed, and same result. A strike looking. Martinez 0 for 2 today with the strikeout. The 0-1 swung on, hit on the ground to short. Dent's up with it, takes his time, fires to first. The ball is dug out of the ground by Tejeda for out number 2. A good pick there from Tay to dig that thing out. 6-3 on the put out. 2 up, 2 down for Carson out of the Revs pen. That'll bring up Devon Torrance. Torrance 0 for 2 today with a strikeout as well. Comes in batting just 167 against the Revs this year. He's 0 for 2 today. You do the math. That'll bring that average down like it's supposed to be. First pitch swinging's fouled down the right field line and out of play. .224 average for Torrance, their Community Player of the Year. So we have a matchup of the Revs Community Player of the Year from last year against the current Community Player for the Stormers. Torrance fists one in the right field. Coming in now is Sullivan. It'll hang up long enough for him to record out number 3. So in the battle of Community Players of the Year, Rob Carson reigns victorious, getting Torrance to pop out to right as part of a 1-2-3 bottom of the 6th inning. Now we'll be back with the top of the 7th. Darryl Henry coming on to take you home here on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Remember when an app was listen only? Oh yeah, that was kind of us, wasn't it? Well, we have a new app. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores and take Sports Radio 1350 on the go like never before. Listen on the go like always, and now get easier access to archived games and programs on demand. Watch WOYK game broadcasts on YouTube and so much more. Search the new WOYK on the Apple and Google Play stores and download today. It's not just an app, it's a lifestyle. Sports Radio 1350. First in York, first in sports.
This is Justin Trapp. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 989 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the 7th inning, Lancaster goes to its bullpen. Right-hander Logan Sawyer comes in. Nate Reed, a fantastic job of settling down after the 3 early runs, and Lancaster has since tied it. 3-3 as we start the 7th. Ryan Dent up first, and he takes down and in from Sawyer for ball 1. They're tied as we get to the late innings today. Robert Carson, a 1-2-3 inning as the first reliever here this afternoon. Sawyer the 1-0. And a line drive down the line in left and fair. This is going to go to the corner. And Dent around first on his way into second easily. It's a leadoff double to begin the 7th inning. Rocketed it down the line, and it's settled against the ivy down at the back of the Revs bullpen, and a leadoff 2-base hit here in a tie game.
That's the perfect start there, Darryl. Ryan Dent ripping that thing. He's had some good at-bats today. Hit the ball hard. This spot in the game still early enough. Had it been an inning or two later, might see Alvaro Rondon move from the first base coaching box to pinch run for him, but we're going to keep Dent in there for now. Big plate appearance for Sullivan here.
Corners are in on him, and he does square to bunt. Bunts through the first one. It is a strike.
Fine with that. I mean, if Lancaster's shown us anything, that first, but what does that mean to you now that you missed the first one when you have that extra foul one?
Yeah, not much.
I'm swearing around these next 2 times if I'm Zach, too.
Hobson coming in hard from first. The pitch, it is swung on, fouled against the screen. So he goes after the next one on a swing. It's 0-2. Sullivan is 1 for 2 today, singled in the 4th. Dent, by the way, that double, he's now 2 for 3. Revs out hitting Lancaster 9-7. Corners come in again with 2 strikes. Pitch to him. Oh, man, in on the hand, and it ricocheted up high off the net. It's a hit by pitch, and that was nasty. In near the left wrist, and it was a late reaction from Zach, whether to swing or pull back. I don't know that he recognized fastball as opposed to breaking ball, and it smoked him.
Oh, man. That's terrible for Zach. And gotta hope it didn't do any damage. We've had so many problems with hit by pitches this year. That one not intentional at all by Sawyer by any means, but just another unfortunate situation.
It didn't sound good either.
No. And they're examining his left hand. And anytime you talk about the hand, it's a very brittle thing, especially when someone's pumping 92+ mile per hour of stitches right at it.
The sound, I couldn't tell if it was bat or hand, and that's not great.
It might be time for Wellington Dotel to jump into this one.
He does run, do some calisthenics down the line. Looks like he is going to come in. Sullivan, realizing his day is over, is kind of hollering to himself, frustrated. Or is he going to first base?
Maybe he's going to give it a go.
I think he's walking to the clubhouse and right. Yep, he is. Yep. He is done for the day.
He looks incredibly frustrated, and was a good day for him on base twice. Granted, you don't want to get on base that way, getting plunked. But hopefully it's nothing serious. Be another outfielder hurt. Just doing some damage all year. But we are going to see Wellington Dotel today. He will do his part. And importantly now, a very good bunter with a ton of experience in James Skelton coming to the plate.
Dotel's doing sit-ups to get himself ready. He sat down and did crunches next to first base.
It's a show for him.
Yeah.
And he is quite the entertainer, we're learning.
Every day is a show for him. The Dotel show.
And he's free to take quite a lead here with the infield being in, the corners corners are in. Middle infielders will be at double play depth.
Here is Skelton. He squares. First one misses outside. We are tied at 3 here in the 7th. The first 2 men are on. Nobody out.
And this is when you look at a guy like Skelton, you could put him anywhere in the lineup, lead-off, 9-hole hitter, but he does have a lot of experience with just getting on base, doing the little things. So incredibly confident with him trying to get this down.
And he squares. Pitch is in for a strike, down and on the outer half. The Hobson is selling out and breathing down his neck coming in from first base. Bell's going to try to stay at third if they have a chance to get the lead runner. Skelton today 1 for 2, 2-run double back in the second, made it 3-0 at the time. The pitch, he is not bunting, and it just missed the corner away. 2 balls and a strike. Logan Sawyer 2-1, a .590 ERA in 39 outings. Right-hander stretches. The 2-1. It is a fastball off the plate away again. So a 3-1 count for Skelton.
You talk about him bunting, but one of the things he does absolutely best is working pitchers' counts and getting on base via the walk. Incredibly valuable guy to have up at this juncture of the game.
Corners will respect the bunt, but he's not bunting, and it's outside. Ball 4, bases loaded, with nobody out to begin the 7th inning. It's Skelton's 71st walk, the league's 5th most. And they are filled up for the top of the order. Justin Trapp. And here comes Ross Peoples, who's going to go deeper into his bullpen. Sawyer faces 3 and gets no outs. He got one of the Revs players out of the game, unfortunately. Drilling Zach Sullivan. Hopefully his hand is still in one piece. But Sawyer gets nobody out, and he will exit stage right. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts with the bases loaded. No outs in the 7th. Revs looking to make their move here in this 3-3 tie game when we come back.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and the bistro offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
The Dietz and Blewett Diamond Deck at People's Bank Park is sponsored by Dietz and Blewett Insurance Company. Dietz and Blewett Insurance Company has been serving the York and Central PA areas for more than 10 years. Visit their new location on 2000 South Queen Street, where you'll find friendly, courteous staff who put their clients first. Google them on the web for a free quote. At Dietz and Blewett Insurance, you'll find the best rates on home, auto, health, life, and business insurance.
New pitcher is Pedro Echemendia. Right-hander comes on for Lancaster, and Trapp bats with the bases loaded and no outs. The whole infield will come in. 3-3 our score. First pitch is inside. Trapp is 0 for 3, and Echemendia trying to clean up the mess left by Sawyer. He's 2-0 with a 2.81 ERA, 30 outings. This is the worst situation to come into. The 1-0, it is taken low. Change-up, and Trapp with a 2-0 count.
I think he gets it. I'm not swinging until he has to throw me a strike coming right out of the bullpen after how erratic we saw Sawyer.
A leadoff double, a hit by pitch, and a walk have loaded them. Here's the 2-0, and he is taking, and it finds the plate. It's a called strike. Trapp, then Marrero, then Nash. Sawyer has backed Lancaster into a corner. Here's the stretch, the 2-1, and a fastball up and in, missed. He cannot miss again, or the Revs will have the lead. Echemendia has only allowed 7 out of 20 inherited runners to score. Pretty good mark for him. Has to throw a strike. 3-1. It's swung on, line caught at short. Michael Martinez sprawling to his right. He had the hole covered just a bit, and he was able to sprawl to the backhand and reach it and save at least one run.
Well, the biggest part of that right there was being able to realize he was making that play from all the base runners. You don't double anyone up. Now you give Manny an opportunity with a runner on third, the go-ahead run, less than 2 outs. You can't ask Justin Trapp to do anything more than that. You really can. He stung that thing, which would had the infield not been in, stung between the hole at short and third, could have got 1, maybe 2 home. But still in a good spot.
And they'll stay in for Marrero. First pitch, a half swing. He was fooled and goes around. So they are going to try to cut down the run at the plate, which in a way takes a little pressure off Marrero that he's not likely to hit into a double play here. Infield in with 1 out. Tied at 3 here in the 7th. And the 0-1, swing and a miss. Fastball, he raises it up in the zone this time. Marrero, who's 2 for 3 today, now 4 for 11 to begin his Revs career. Revs trying to cash in and retake the lead. A long look, and Echemendia is set. Here's the 0-2. It is in the dirt, blocked over to the left, and thought about it, but hits the brakes. Morin got some of it, partially blocked it over to the left of home plate. Dent gave himself every chance to read it before finally slamming the brakes and heading back.
Smart play there. I thought that thing was going to carry him a little more, but spun back towards the catcher more, and he did slam the brakes there.
Kind of like him. Now 1-2. There's the stretch from the righty. And he fires, and a swing and a pop-up. At first base, it's Hobson across into foul ground. He's under it, he squeezes it. And there are 2 outs. Bases loaded, no outs, to bases loaded, 2 outs. And it'll fall on the shoulders of Telvin Nash for the Revs to get something out of this threat.
That's some big, wide shoulders to fall on, Telvin Nash. And there's just something when he steps to the plate, too. Echemendia is not going to want to pump fastballs to him, knowing the damage. Guy with a patient eye as well. Just have to stay optimistic. Nash can get it done here.
Infield obviously backs up now. The outfield's straight up on him. First pitch is down low. He's 1 for 3 today. 39th home run of the year. Opened the scoring back in the first inning.
He's gotten rung up on 2 brutal stew calls today, too.
Yeah. He was not thrilled. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. A slider. Nate Reed striking him out both times since. Reed went 6, 3 runs on 8 hits. Struck out 7, walked 1. Now Echemendia trying to clean up Sawyer's mess. He steps off. 3-3 in the 7th. September baseball. Here's the stretch, the 1-1. It is down low. You know, not only has Echemendia come back to get the first 2 outs, he came back from 3-1 on trap. He was a ball away from the Revs having the lead.
Well, this is a huge pitch here. 2-1. Does he go at him?
Here it is. Swinging a foul back against the netting. Fastball at 92. He did challenge him. And now might have some slop down and away to try to get him to chase. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Huge spot here this afternoon. Here's the stretch. Nash twirls the bat. He's ready. Pitch is up and away. Just missed. 3-2. I'd accept a walk here.
I would too. I cannot believe. I mean, that was close to where he got rung up, and I don't think it's a strike going on record. But that one is basically where he's been getting buzzed at before. I think Echemendia was looking at that, thought he found the zone. But boy, do we have a big pitch coming up here.
Runners can get a head start. The 3-2, it is swung on and missed. A 3-2 changeup. And Echemendia comes back to strike him out. He escapes, bases loaded, no outs. And the Revs do not score in the 7th inning. No runs, 1 hit. They leave all of them on. And it's stretch time here in Lancaster, still tied at 3.
We went to other stores and compared theirs to ours. We compared quantities, we compared quality. From cereal to celery, from sushi to salad. And while many things were similar, there was only one huge difference. The lowest price is at Wise Markets. So take our word and shop around without shopping around. Look for our new price comparison tags. You can buy groceries anywhere you like, but you'll always spend less at Wise.
Eat better, spend less, that's Wise.
Business owners, First Capital Federal Credit Union can help equip your business for success. Hello, I'm Sue DiStefano, President and CEO. Now through June 30th, we're offering you an annual percentage rate as low as 4.65% on equipment loans. When it comes to growing your business, we're with you every step of the way. Don't wait. Apply today at firstcapitalfcu.com. First Capital, putting you and your county first for 65 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Planting a tree, putting in a mailbox, whatever your project, Columbia Gas reminds you to be safe and call 811 before you dig and know what's below. Safe digging is no accident. Call 811 at least 3 business days before you start your digging project, and your utility companies will come out to mark any underground lines near your work area. Calling 811 is free for Pennsylvania homeowners, and it's the law. For more information, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com.
Cannonball Charlie's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Oh, what a missed opportunity. Revs had bases loaded, no outs, could not score. 3-ball count on Justin Trapp, who hit a line drive, but with the infield in, Martinez made a great grab, and then they went pop-up strikeout to escape. So we stayed tied at 3. Robert Carson stays in the game. Darian Sanford will bat from the right. He is 1 for 2.
Someone must have spilled a drink from the skybox level. Did you see that?
I was wondering, yeah. And it landed in the row right in front of some folks, fortunately for them. Carson, a 1-2-3-6, and ready to work here in the 7th. His first pitch of the inning. It is a little bit high. It's Sanford and then Hobson, who homered to tie it in the 5th, and then Gindel at the top of the order.
So frustrating when he's the leadoff man, and I feel like in this series he has been more often than not.
Breaking ball, that just missed. And it's 2-0. Leads off for the 2nd straight time. He led off the 5th with the base hit. Carson ready. Corners in a bit. The 2-0. And he finds the plate there. Strike on the outer half. 2-1. Ready and fires. And a swing and a pop-up foul out of play to the right. Carson 5-0, 3.98 ERA in 43 outings. Looking to bounce back. He had a couple runs charged to him Thursday at Long Island. An ambush home run, then a bloop RBI hit. 2-2. He lifts, fires. And a check. It's a called third strike anyway. A slider up in the zone, and Sanford could not pull the trigger. He is rung up. Big first out here in a tie game to begin the home 7th.
That one looked pretty good the whole way, and Sanford very displeased with that call, but I thought that was a beautiful breaking ball that came down over the heart of the plate. Watching that one later, if he chooses to do so, he'll probably realize that too. Carson's been absolutely electric out of the pen so far.
Here's Hobson, single and a 2-run homer. First pitch, left on left. It's a slider, missed a little high. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Sugar Land and New Britain tied at 2 in the top of the 6th. Logan Moore, a game-tying homer. Here's a breaking ball, strike call to Hobson, loading up but letting it go by.
Our friend Logan Moore. Big believers of his all-star nod.
He's our boy.
He is.
It's been a different second half for him ever since then. The 1-1, and it misses inside, staying off speed. Other games, Long Island up 5-0 in the fourth at Southern Maryland. I believe they can clinch the second half today, if I'm not mistaken. Pitch is down low, 3-1.
They're going to be a problem in the playoffs. They are a loaded team. I think Brian Mattis is on that team now from the Orioles, correct? Is he going today?
He is.
Yeah.
Pitch from Carson, a swing and a foul straight back. He gave the Revs problems earlier this week.
He has to be one of the highest draft picks ever to play in this league, too.
Yes. One of them, not
one
the.
of them, not the, one of them.
Yep. Fourth overall.
Yeah, 2 picks ahead of Ross. Was Ross 6?
Yes. Here's a swing and a ground ball, second base. Marrero moving toward first to glove it. He'll dump it off to Tejeda, and that's out number 2. Hobson retired for the first time today. We'll go to the top of the order, and Caleb Gindel, who's flied out, struck out, and fouled out. Somerset is up 6-2 at High Point in the fourth.
I never really remember a player that a fan base was more frustrated with than Brian Mattis.
Oh, yeah.
They had the highest expectations for that guy.
First one to Gindel, misses wide. He had some success once they moved him to the bullpen, but as a starter had injuries. There's the 1-0. And a fastball, that's over for a strike at the knees.
His numbers seem very doable for this league. In his first, this is start number 8 for him. And to get him before a playoff run, pretty Long Island.
Fastball a little high. I think Duck fans appreciate him more right now than the Orioles fans ever did.
That's, yeah, 100%. I mean, the Ducks have always been able to get these guys and get in. Recently, it's been what happens when they get to the dance.
Here's a shot up the middle at a base hit. Gindel goes down to get it. Rips it to the right of second and in toward right center. It's a 2-out single. Revs have Orlani Quiroz loosening in the bullpen. Here is Melvin Mercedes, who has not been retired all day today. Single, RBI double, single.
Well, if it is Quiroz we see next, it's a pretty driven effort from Mark Mason to get as many lefties into this game as he can. Friday they went left. After Nicely also left.
First pitch here. Fastball, that's over for a strike. Switch hitter now batting right for the first time.
And it's hard to argue with that. I mean, a lot of these guys are either switch or lefties, and they're lefty or they're switch hitters that are way more comfortable from the left side of the box.
Now the 0-1, and it is in for a strike. Carson goes off speed and jumps ahead 0-2. Tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. Rob the stretch. The 2-strike pitch. Swing at a high drive deep down the line in left field. Mesa is after it at the wall. It is gone. It's gone. It's a home run, and Lancaster has gone in front. Mercedes stopped at second. He wasn't sure, but they say it cleared and bounced back in off the fencing. And Lancaster has its first lead of the day. He's 4 for 4. He has hit just his second home run all season. It comes on an 0-2 pitch, and Lancaster leads it 5-3.
That one hurts. Now, Melvin Mercedes held in check most of the season and the series, but got every bit of that one that he could. Not a big guy, but painted that thing right over the story, and your story is our story. On that LMP sign. It's the shortest way you can get out to left, but albeit a pretty big fly for him.
And Joe Turdoslavich swings and fouls the first one away. Switch hitter also now bats right.
I'd much rather have him batting right. He's got 20 home runs from the left side of the plate. There's 2 from the right. But just got to have some urgency on offense now. 6 outs to play with.
Change up, that's in for strike 2. I don't know, was it a change up that flattened up in the zone?
I think so. I mean, I think we've seen Rob bury the breaking ball in the dirt there, 0-2.
Next one is popped up foul, and this will come back out of play.
And again, Mercedes with just the 1 home run. Guys like that, you think maybe you can make a mistake with the bases empty. They're not going to kill you, but that time he really got everything he could behind that one.
A 4-for-4 game for him. Has driven in 3 of the 5. The pitch, it is in there. Strike 3 called. And Tardaslavich slams the bat down. He broke it against the dirt. And he is arguing with Tim Detweiler. But Lancaster takes the lead. 2-run homer from Mercedes. 2 hits in the inning. We'll go to the 8th. Barnstormers lead it 5-3.
Home of the judgment-free zone, Planet Fitness is your home away from home plate this baseball season with 2 convenient locations in York. Planet Fitness offers a clean, comfortable environment, tons of cardio and strength equipment, free fitness training to all members, and extended hours for those early risers or late-night treadmill triumphators. And best of all, you get all this for just $10 a month. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Melky Mesa. You listen to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Reds, Sport Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in your Fear in Sport.
Head to the 8th inning, and now the Revs looking to come back, trailing 5-3. And Echemendia will stay in after the big escape in the 7th inning. Lancaster right away going on top after that. First pitch to Tejeda, breaking ball that missed inside.
Let's hope he used all of his luck and good fortune getting out of that one. Still a perfect spot to be in if you're the Revs lineup, 4, 5, and 6. Like to think you got to tack on at least one here.
Down 2, and now time asks for it. Tejeda takes a step out. He is 1 for 3 today. His 165th hit of the season. Blue back in the 6th. Pitch, breaking ball. It's a called strike. Echemendia, a Cuba native.
Oh, that's nasty.
By the way, Tejeda's 165 hits, 7 away from the Revs' record as he takes a fastball down and in. It's the second most in the season in team history. Only James Shanks, 172 in that unbelievable 2010 season.
7
or more.
With 7 games to play. I like it. If I'm betting it.
Here's a line smash but foul. Look out at the top of the stands and left. A laser.
Hit that gate before it got out there to the grass. That railing.
Kids chasing it on the lawn. And 2-2 on Tejeda. Mesa and Franco will follow. As Lancaster's home finale today. As the 2-2. Breaking ball hit high in the air, but very deep and foul, heading toward the merry-go-round and left. Tejeda a bit early again. He has slammed 2 balls foul and left. 2-2 it remains. Barnstormers have gone just 25 and 45 at home. There's the pitch. Fastball missed away. Tejeda having a good at bat. It's full to lead things off. Robert Carson, unfortunately, at the moment, would be in line for his first loss all season. Revs looking to battle back, though. 6 outs to play with. And now time asked for as Tejeda steps out. The absolute worst case, they come home with 7 to go and a 3-game lead. Have Long Island in for 4 beginning tomorrow, and then Lancaster the weekend. Echemendia ready. And the 3-2 breaking ball fouled against the net. A 3-2 slider. You see way more of that nowadays than you used to.
They're trying to keep away from the fastball at all means.
Analytics. I guess.
Maybe. We'll see if Tejeda wants to try to put down a bunt here.
Another 3-2. Swing, and he rips one on the ground, but right at second. Mercedes up with it. He throws over to first, 1 down. Hit it pretty sharply, but right at him, and Mercedes has been the guy today.
He'll be getting the Gatorade shower if they can somehow hold on to this.
1 down. Here's Melky, who's 0 for 3. They've gone to the 7th inning in Connecticut. Sugar Land and New Britain tied at 2. Our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Bees are in their bullpen. DeYoung is through 6 for Sugar Land. Pitch to Mesa is up and in. Slider backed up a little bit. Quiroz is throwing again. He'll be in the bottom of the 8th. Each team 9 hits. Revs trailing, though, in the run column 5-3. 5 unanswered. And York hasn't scored since the 2nd pitch. It is over for a strike. And I had a feeling Nate Reed's game coming into the weekend could be the toughest. Even though his numbers aren't the pitcher of the year numbers they were last year. Here's the 1-1. Swinging its foul tip down at the plate. But you know he's got that in him, and he often rises to the occasion against the rival Revs, who he helped reach the playoffs in 2016 as a reliever for York. And he's angry that the Pitt Panthers lost yesterday. Pitch to Mesa, grounded sharply, but right at short. Martinez has it, throws low, and it gets away. And Mesa had a little slight turn, but he did not commit towards second. He'll walk back. Morin ran down to back up. And Martinez will be charged a throwing error, the first error of the game on either team. And I don't know, did that ball come up on him just a little bit? He struggled with it for just a moment.
I'm not sure. It looked like it wasn't a very smooth grab. It kind of got caught up in the groin area right under the belt buckle where that would be.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, well, just saying anatomically that's where that ball came into. He couldn't really get behind it. That ball kind of caught him more than he caught it. And when he fired that thing across, not the best throw, and that's what we call life. Giving him there an extra base runner for a batter like Carlos Franco, who's been great today so far, coming to the plate.
1 for 2, single run walk. First pitch is just down and away. Well, Revs could use a break. They had none last inning. Traps line drive. Martinez made a run-saving grab on that. 1-0, and it's swung on, fouled away up over the left field side roof. You know, last night, with a game still remaining, they dug up the infield.
That's true. I mean, you could kind of charged that for an awkward hop right in there to him.
What were they looking for?
I don't know. It was one of those like diamond dig things that I guess you guys have done in the past, or we have. It was, I think, something for a TV.
There's a fastball that's in for a strike.
Like
1 and 2.
You dig up something for a TV.
A remote.
But they were using spoons, but you put those kind of fractures into the infield, it could get a little chippy over there, and maybe that had something to do with Martinez not being able to square that one up properly.
On the stretch, the pitch, it is high and away. I'd like to see Franco get one fat one to hit here. That short porch and right. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled and scored early. He's also walked. Revs are down 5-3 with 1 on, 1 out in the 8th. The error, not an official on base stat-wise, but it's the first man to reach against Echemendia. Here's the 2-2. It is inside. Franco backing up, lifting the arms up. 3-2 now. I don't think they would get aggressive with Mesa on here, but he has stolen 5 bags in the last month. Gets his lead. Full count, not going. Pitch to Franco, hit high in the air, in left. Toward the line, Devon Torrance hustles over, long run into foul ground, and he can't come up with it. And the at-bat will continue. He was there, but he almost just stuck his glove out, sort of like in self-defense as it came down, and it landed right in the middle of the Revs bullpen and bounds away.
Life.
Again. The comeback at Long Island on Thursday night all started when L.J. Mazzilli pulled up shy of a ball that he could have gotten to in foul ground and left. That gave the Revs new life. They had a 3-run 9th inning. Here's the stretch from Echemendia. 3-2. Breaking ball rolled over to second. Mercedes has it to short 1. Martinez back, double play. 4-6-3, and if the Revs are going to do it today, they'll have to do it in the 9th. They're down in order in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, nobody left. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Lancaster on top, 5-3.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a York Revolution birthday party at Peoples Bank Park. Parties include 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Kessler's hot dogs and pizza, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey and throws out a first pitch, and the whole crowd sings happy birthday before the party enjoys a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays at a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called Peoples Bank Park. Peoples Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at Peoples Bank Park. Peoples Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Catch the Revs all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
At the bottom of the 8th inning, Lancaster a 5-3 lead. They're trying to take this weekend series and be a speed bump in the Revs' path toward a hopeful second half title. Orlani Quiroz comes in. Pitching change is brought to you by Maple Donuts. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, 5-3. By the way, the Revs entering play today in first place for the 57th game this season, their most since 2016, and they're 56th in the second half, which is a team record for a half. Now Quiroz in. Parker Morin will lead things off, left on left. Quiroz has certainly had his most success against lefties. Overall, he's 3-1, a 4.50 ERA in 33 outings. Done a good job here of late. Morin 0 for 3. First pitch fastball, that's over for a strike. Looking ahead to the 9th against Scott Schumann, who Mesa tied the game against Friday night with a homer. Revs will have Dent, Dotel, and Skelton due up. They're trying to keep this a 2-run game where one base runner would give you a chance. The pitch, it is down low.
Last time in the stadium for the year, Daryl. Are you going to miss it?
I am not. 1-1 and a swing and a miss. How about you, Brett?
That's the only place I get to keep you company. It's the only place I've been to where I've been able to. Well, nope. I broadcasted that one inning in High Point, too.
Yeah.
Didn't do that on my birthday. Would have loved to do more for you, but I couldn't see and wanted to hang with my people.
There's a slider, and it's a called third strike. Quiroz makes quick work of Morin, and there's one down here in the bottom of the 8th. Well, all people have to do is watch our YouTube feed. We'll get an idea of why I'm ready to head home tomorrow. Yes.
So you got to pick one stadium to go to for, say, 70 games. If you had to pick one stadium to spend 70 games at that wasn't the Bank, where would you pick?
Here's Josh Bell. And a fastball. That's in for a strike. Oh, brother. I mean, at the end of 3 nights, I'm annoyed with all of them.
I can imagine.
This is the 0-1. That is outside. There's I don't know, stuff I like about all of them, most of them, some of them.
A few of them.
And there's challenges at, well, all of them. There's a fastball. That's in for a strike. 1 and 2.
There's challenges in everything in life, Daryl. You just have to keep kicking as hard as you can to keep your head above water. You know that.
It's just how you respond. We responded by getting on in the 4th inning Friday night. Here's a swing and a miss, a slider, and Quiroz goes 2 up, 2 down on K's here in the 8th. K is a letter.
K is a letter. Q's been good lately. Seeing him getting an 8th inning roll here, albeit we are down by 2, but keep that deficit as little as you can. Give this offense a chance in the 9th.
I never did answer your question.
Yeah.
Here's Michael Martinez. He lays off a ball away. He's 0 for 3 tonight.
Do you have an answer, or are you just not going to answer the question?
Still thinking.
Still thinking.
1-0. Fastball. There's a strike. I like the Road Warriors Stadium.
People's Bank Park.
Yeah. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball left side. That's going to trickle through the hole. Base hit. Seeing eye if there ever was one. Big turn. Mesa has to race in to pick up. And Martinez got jammed but bleeds it through. Franco couldn't get to it. And Dent got close on the backhand, but it snuck under his glove and would have been no chance to get Martinez with his speed.
And you look at Devon Torrance, a former really good college football player. Did Tim Tebow get cut yet? That's the only thing I could think of. Did he get cut from the Mets yet?
I have not seen that transaction. Should we be expecting it? Did he have a bad year?
Oh, he's hurt. We batted 163.
Yikes.
In AAA.
It was a ground foul by the Revs dugout. Strike 1.
240 OBP.
Yeah, that's pretty awful.
Yeah, 32 years old. Also has a very warped idea of the whole college getting paid to play arguments.
We really haven't heard from him as a baseball player all year. Like they haven't even reported on how bad he's been.
He's an analyst now.
Here's a foul tip behind the plate, 2 strikes.
Just probably where he's going to end up doing his best work.
Yeah, I know he was back on the TV yesterday.
Yeah.
Revs down 5-3 here in the 8th. Quiroz trying to get the offense to the plate with one last chance on this day.
Need some electric in the air here for the Revs, trying to get through.
Runner goes, pitch missed away, and Skelton's throw down is a little bit late. Martinez in head first. His 8th steal in as many tries this year. And now base hit could give Lancaster an insurance run. Revs sending Alvaro Rondon down to the bullpen to, I guess, start to run around a bit. Could pinch run potentially. And now 1-2 on the hitter Torrance, who's 0 for 3. Quiroz the stretch, he kicks, fires, and missed inside. Trying to not let that bleeder of a base hit turn into a 2-out run here. Those are the most frustrating. There's the stretch from Q. And the 2-2, swinging a foul tip, back to the backstop. Mighty hack from Torrance. By the way, when we're done, we'll have the 4 p.m. NFL window today. Bears and Broncos coming up on WOYK. Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, Baltimore Baseball Show. We'll be on with you at 6:30 for first pitch when the Revs are back home against Long Island. As more things are falling from the upper deck.
It was a flip-flop.
Oh.
Ew.
What in the world is happening? Oh, Quiroz steps off. We might have video evidence of that if it's needed later.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we might have just missed it. Throw it back up. You can make that throw.
It's another day in the park. 2-2 it remains on Torrance. Revs down 2. Quiroz trying to send it to the 9th. He's ready. And fires. And a breaking ball chopped to short. Dent to his left. He's got it. Has to get rid of it. It's low. And Tejeda makes the backhand pick. Just in time to get the speedy Torrance. And it's a scoreless 8th inning for Orlani Quiroz. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Last chance today for the Revs. We go to the 9th, trailing 5-3.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot, and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into, you can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Enoe Polanco. You're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Red, Sport Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sport.
Last chance here today. We go to the 9th inning. Scott Schumann is on for Lancaster. Revs trail 5-3. Malky Mesa tied it against him Friday night. Home run to right center. By the way, our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, New Britain has gone in front 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. If that would somehow hold, the Revs' magic number would fall to 3, whether they win here or not. And Henry Castillo will pinch hit for Ryan Dent. Get a left-hand hitter up there. But I also wonder, did Dent pull up a little bit going for the one ground ball last inning?
He might have to end the inning, and that would kind of give you some inclination why Hank's batting. I think he'd get the right there. Dent, who doubled his last time up, off a righty.
Schumann's first is down low. So it'll be Castillo, Dotel, and Skelton. Revs have had success against Schumann in the past, including handing him a blown save, but he did get the win Friday night. Should we mention the other thing again?
We can. Our boy Chase.
Chase Simpson. Here's the 1-0. And a swing on a bat that gets loose toward the Lancaster dugout. The ball plops down foul next to Dotel on deck. And this time the bat hit the front of the first base dugout roof, and the netting would have protected it this time. Ross Peoples tosses it back to Castillo.
Was that a playable ball to you, Daryl?
I think it got down before Morin could have gotten there, but
okay.
But
So
it was in play.
if he was enamored by that bat throw. Second one of the game, one apiece as far as losing the lumber.
This is Castillo's first pinch hit appearance of the year. Here's the 1-1 and a swing and a miss. High fastball at 95. He is hitting .291, hit his 13th homer last night, which stood as all that York needed in the 2-1 win. Trying to get on and set the table here in the 9th today. Revs have been a great 9th inning team here the past month. Schumann ready. And now the 1-2. It is swung on, foul tip, straight to the backstop. Schumann, who tried to start early in the year, had some arm troubles. He's 3-1 with a .267 ERA, 32 outings, 1 start, 3 for 5 in saves. Took over closing duties for Cody Epley, who struggled. Opponents have hit just .195. And Schumann pumps it home. It is down and in, gets away to the backstop. Castillo thinking about it, but he will stay in there. That went over toward the first base on deck area. I think he probably could have made it.
Well, if he didn't have to back away, if he got a clean look at that, I think it held him up just a tad, having to move his feet. And that would be one you would think about trying to advance on to put the game-tying run at the plate. Wellington Dotel in line for his first at-bat of the game on deck.
Well, Schumann set again. The 2-2, down and in, and Morin, man, did he wear a tough one there.
Man, he's getting some work in this at-bat.
That rattled off the inside of both legs, and he keeps it at home plate. It'll be a full count on Castillo.
He's earning his lumps in this one. It'll be an ice bath for Parker, regardless.
Yikes. Now Castillo backs out. They give him a moment. Tim Detweiler brushes the plate. And then Hank will dig in, trying to get on any way he can to start the 9th. There's the stretch from Schumann. And Now the 3-2. Swing and a line drive toward the middle. Base hit off the tip of the glove of Martinez, who laid out. And into straightaway center. And Castillo, the pinch hit single to start off the ninth. Dotel will come up representing the tying run.
That's an awesome at bat for Henry. Work him deep like that and to have a base hit. I was going to scream if Martinez was able to steal another hit away from a Revs batter today. But good for Hank.
Revs with their second pinch hit of the season. Skelton had the other one. And here's Dotel, who came into pinch run in the 7th. First pitch, swinging, and he tips a foul. He chased a slider that probably would have been ball 1. Dotel had a pinch run for Zach Sullivan, who got drilled. A hit by pitch in the hands, had to leave the game.
He came in thinking he was going to get a first pitch fastball, wanted to be aggressive. It's basically like a pinch hit appearance for him, albeit he had some time in the field to get loose.
Schumann ready. Here's the 0-1 and a swing and a miss. He ramped it back to 95. Past Dotel, who has scuffled a bit. He's 3 for 23 on this road trip, but still hitting .314, 13 home runs. Average 3rd in the league. 0-2, swing and a miss. He got him with a fastball up at 96. Schumann takes care of him on 3 pitches. And that's out number 1 here in the 9th. We'll bring up James Skelton.
Yeah, baby.
Today, 1 for 2, a 2-run double in the 2nd. It's also walked. The double in the 2nd gave the Revs a 3-0 lead. They have not scored since. They've had 6 base hits since. 5 have been singles, none bunched together as Skelton takes a first pitch strike. They have not had more than 1 in any innings since the 2nd. Schumann ready. And the 0-1, it is up high. Castillo at first with 1 out. And it is Skelton who represents the tying run here, down 2. (5-3) in the 9th. Schumann into his set. And delivers. It is a called strike. Morin was moving around back there. And that might have cost him the strike pre-TrackMan, but the machine had it in the strike zone, down and in.
Is every TrackMan system different?
It might, I mean.
It feels like it, right?
Some of the guys on the field say it is.
This is gratuitous, this one. Stewie gratuity.
Some guys say they are different.
Man.
1-2, and that misses high, fastball.
Just have to keep the line moving here if you're Skelton. Don't know if Schumann will try to use that fastball to blow it by him or try something different. But this has been a fun game. Back and forth series all around.
Now the 2-2, swing and a miss. Got him on a high fastball. 93 this time, and the Revs are down to their final out. Schumann, who's got their only 3 saves since early August. And he will face Justin Trapp. Castillo still standing at first now with 2 outs. The game turned in the 7th. Revs had bases loaded, no outs, tied. Could not score, and then in the bottom half, Mercedes hit the go-ahead 2-run homer. Schumann is set. First pitch to Trapp. It's down and away. Slider. Trapp 0 for 4 today. 5-game hitting streak hangs in the balance. Trying to keep this game alive with Marrero on deck, hitting in the 2 spot today. Schumann ready, the 1-0. Fastball, that's a called strike. The Trap sees one, makes him throw one. And he'll operate on 1-1. There's the stretch from the righty. Delivers, and that misses high. Schumann had been with Bridgeport earlier in his Atlantic League career. He backs behind the mound and stretches out his throwing arm for a moment. Former Rays and Giants farmhand early in his career. And now again backs off the rubber. Puts his hands on his hip. He's motioning for, he does not feel right now. He's motioning for somebody to come out. Nobody's getting the hint. And I don't know if it's like a back tightness the way he's moving around or if it's the throwing arm. Something like in the back of his shoulder, I think, the way he's rotating it around. And now Ross Peoples, their athletic trainer, Al Baladeo, the pitching coach, all coming out. Finally got the hint that the reason he wasn't ready for the next pitch is his health. Their athletic trainer is the one that saw Sullivan initially because Chong was in, I think, with Dan Miner after his start. Zach had to go straight in then. I don't know if Chong has ever come back since to the dugout. But Schumann trying to stretch that throwing arm straight upward, now rotating it around. Maybe a kink. But he's going to try to throw a warm-up. And they're motioning for somebody in Lancaster's bullpen to get ready. He's throwing a couple here, and they're going to bring somebody in. He's not going to be able to continue. So pitching change due to injury here in the 9th inning. And with a 2-1 count and 2 outs in the 9th, Justin Trapp is going to face, I believe, Matt Marksberry, who's coming in. And we'll have a pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Marksberry will get as much time as he needs. So we'll take a timeout. Revs trailing 5-3 here in the 9th, and Trapp facing a lefty when we come back.
One of downtown York's gems, Revival Social Club is the place to be in York. Experience our imaginatively, globally inspired menu with everything made from scratch using fresh local products. Try our innovative, creative cocktails at happy hour, Monday through Friday from 4:30 to 6:30. Pop-up events and brunches, dinner with the family, and the perfect party venue with a private room for up to 40 people upstairs. That's Revival Social Club, 19 North George Street in York. Check us out online at revivalsocialclubyork.com.
Image 360 York is your choice for graphics that enhance, signage that works, and displays that inform. Everything from color change car wraps to vehicle wraps for your entire fleet, custom window graphic, decals and lettering, interior signage graphics and displays. Don't replace when you can reface. Call Rob and his team at 717-757-4909. That's 757-4909. Or order online at image360.com/YorkPA. It's fast, affordable, and convenient. Image 360, 2260 Industrial Highway in York.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. York.
Well, the Revs only have one more out and 2 more strikes to play with. It was an injury-necessitated pitching change. Matt Marksberry, the lefty, comes in. He has been really good in the second half after a really bad first half. Overall, he's 4-4, 5.64 ERA and 51 outings. Justin Trapp will face him once he's ready, with Trapp representing the tying run. A 2-1 count. Castillo at first had the pinch hit single to begin the ninth, and he has been standing there since. Schumann struck out the next two. But then after that last pitch to Trapp, tried to stay in but could not. Stretching his throwing arm around, looked like maybe some kind of kink in his upper back or behind his throwing shoulder.
Is this his song? Because it's driving me absolutely insane.
I know. I wish he would get ready so
I know, right.
Stop having to hear it. Quite awful,
my goodness.
Actually. Now Trapp will dig in, facing a new pitcher, facing a righty and now a lefty in the same at bat. And it's 2-1. If he can get on, Marrero is next. Stretch from Marksberry, his first pitch. It is up and in, just missed. 3-1. Trapp looked like he was resigned to taking the first pitch to see one no matter what. Now the 3-1, it is up high. So the Revs will bring the go-ahead run to the plate. And the tying run is on with good speed. Trapp heading down to first. And here comes Marrero. Today, 2 for 4. Hit his home run Friday night from this side of the plate, the right. Revs down 5-3 here with 2 outs in the ninth. And Marksberry with the pitch. It is up and in, and Marrero has to jump and bail back. Marksberry's missed with his first 3. He probably didn't expect to come in. By the way, Sugarland has tied the game 3-3 in the 8th at New Britain. Our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. 1-0. It is outside, changeup, and Marksberry wants to know where he missed. He's missed with his first 4 now, and it's 2-0.
Ooh. I mean, it's a fool me once, shame on you situation. If Telvin Nash comes to the plate with the bases loaded again, I think maybe a different look.
2-0, and that one's in for a strike. Marksberry went slider there to get one over. Marrero again, 2 for 4 today. If he can hit one in the gap, Revs could tie it up. 2-1, and it's high and tight. He started the turn, appeal to first. He held, says Calvin Baker. Shoulders started the turn, but the bat kept back. It is 3-1.
That's a good call by Calvin down there, and I think even the non-hitter friendly rule with the check swing, that one would have been a strike.
Wind a little bit in from center, but at times right to left. The pitch way high, he walks him. Marksberry has walked both that he has faced, and the bases are loaded for Telvin Nash here with 2 outs in the 9th inning.
A big spot for the biggest hitter in the entire Atlantic League here. I don't think he's one to be shy about it. Maybe we'd see Ross Peoples or Abaladejo come out and talk to him in this situation, but you cannot do that. He's on an island against the biggest shark in the water.
Down 5-3, and just a single could tie it now with Trapp at second. The first pitch breaks inside, a curveball missing. Ball 1 on Telvin, and the pressure mounts for Marksberry.
Yeah, you can feel it. Victor Capian warming up in the Revs pen if this game extends.
Now Marksberry will stop and tie his shoe just to break the monotony.
Take some breaths, but there is some definite pressure mounting in his head.
Telvin today 1 for 4. He opened the scoring in the first inning with home run number 39. Pitch to him, he swings and he foul tips one back. He was right on it. Batting with the shades on this bright day. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lancaster getting a right-hander up now. Mark Sperry has struggled to throw strikes since coming in. Has walked them loaded. 1-1 on Nash, who sits on 95 RBIs now. After the first inning homer, the pitch, he swings, grounds it softly to short. He's got a dig. Martinez charges, gloves, pumps, throws. It's in time. Game over. Lancaster hangs on to win. 5-3 the final. Mark Sperry jams Nash on the game-ending ground out to short. And the Revs drop 2 out of 3 over here this weekend. They are denied twice in the final 3 innings with the bases loaded and fall 5-3 at the moment. The magic number remains at 4. And the division lead is 3.5 pending Sugarland's outcome at New Britain. Now the Revs scored early, did not score again. Lancaster with the final 5 runs in this game. They close their home schedule with a win. Revs close their road schedule, a team record tying 37-33. And we'll try to win the cup at home next weekend. And in the meantime, try to clinch a playoff berth at home this coming week. But today, it's a 5-3 Lancaster win. Stay tuned. Post-game show is coming up next.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
You get in your car and you start your car. You put the car in gear and you go nowhere.
What the?
Because your transmission has failed, or you try and put it in gear and it makes an awful grinding noise, or you put it in gear and take off, but when it's time for the transmission to shift, the RPMs just go higher, but you aren't gaining any speed.
Dang it!
Now you've heard of the good-looking genius and the crew at Broadway Transmission, right here on the radio. But now all you have to do is go to www.broadwaytrans.com to arrange a tow right from the website, and in a flash, your vehicle is on its way to the recovery, and with the best tracked warranty in the industry. Easy financing, free towing with repairs, AAA authorized, and the most recommended family-owned transmission shop around since 1951.
Broadway Transmission will get your ship together and stand behind it too. Visit us on the web at broadwaytrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Cannonball Charlie's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Revs fall today. It is a 5-3 final here in Lancaster. Darrell Henry, Brett Petrak back with you. Revs will head home 71-62 overall with 7 games remaining, 37-26 in the second half. They finish on the road 37-33, matching the 2012 team for the best road season in team history. Lancaster improves to 48-85. 24-39 in the second half, and the Revs are now 9-7 against the Barnstormers head-to-head this season. They'll try to win the cup with 1 win next weekend at home. And Brett certainly can't win every series. Revs are still in good shape, even if the lead is down to 3 heading back home with 7 to go. Magic number is either going to be 4 or 3 when play begins tomorrow. But the 2 losses here this weekend, if there's a common theme, the Revs scored early, really didn't score a whole lot the rest of the way, and had early leads in both losses over here.
Yeah, they weren't really complete games going through, getting to those points here, getting the early lead, but not being able to come back. I think there's still a lot of good things to come. Still being the magic number at 4 or 3 with 7 games to play is a very encouraging sign. I think that this team's going to win some games. It's a good test coming through. You're going to face the best team in the whole entire league, Long Island, for 4. Try to take what you can from them, and then you get these same Lancaster Barnstormers again, where a win in any 3 of those games gets you the Community Cup. So I like to think we're in a good spot going forward right here. Just a tough game. You can't win them all, and sure, this is a series you want to have to win, but better things are to come.
While we recap things today, Revs jumped to an early lead. Talbot Nash, a home run to right center in the first, his 39th. Made it 1-0 early. Then in the second inning, James Skelton, a 2-run double to deep left, gave the Revs a 3-0 lead, but they did not score again. Stranded a couple in the fourth inning when Nate Reed struck out the side. Reed went 6, got a couple of double plays, including a comeback 1-6-3 double play to end his outing. Revs hit into a total of 3 double plays today. And in the meantime, Lancaster battled back to draw even, scored a run in the bottom of the third inning, a Melvin Mercedes RBI double to left. That was part of his huge day. And then in the fifth inning, Darian Sanford, a leadoff single against Dan Miner, and Casey Hobson, a 2-run homer to right field. Miner went 5, giving up those 3 runs, and ended up with the no decision after a strong start. Mostly just the mistake to Hobson, and a 3-3 game at that point. Robert Carson went 1-2-3 in the 6th, but the game turned in the 7th inning. Revs had bases loaded, no outs. After a Ryan Dent double, a hit by pitch of Zach Sullivan that unfortunately relegated him to the clubhouse for the rest of the day. Hopefully his hand is still in one piece, but it did not look good. Dotel came in to pinch run for him. James Skelton walked to load the bases with no outs. Logan Sawyer was sent packing. Pedro Echemendia came in, and he worked his way right on out of that bases loaded, no out jam. He fell behind Trapp 3-1 with the bases loaded, but with the infield in, got Trapp to line out to short on a great lunging play by shortstop Michael Martinez on a ball to his right. Then got a foul pop-up from Marrero and struck out Talbot Nash swinging to escape and keep the game tied. And in the bottom of the 7th, Carson retired the first 2, had retired all 5 to that point, but Caleb Gindel singled up the middle, and Melvin Mercedes capping his huge day. 2-run homer down the line and left, broke the tie. Mercedes went 4 for 4, double homer, drove in 3. And Brett, I don't think we can go against him. I think he's your Cookman Kunkel Insurance Group player of the game.
Oh, no doubt about it. He was fantastic, and that in his final home game here with the Stormers did a really good job. And I think that 2-run home run really took the wind out of the sails after we couldn't score with the bases loaded and nobody out. I think he's a no-doubter for our player of the game. The
Revs went down scoreless against Echemendia again in the 8th inning. Then in the 9th, another bases-loaded opportunity, albeit with 2 outs. Henry Castillo led off with a pinch single. Then Schumann a couple of strikeouts, but had to leave during Trapp's at bat with something that seemed to be bothering him in his upper back. And Marksberry came in, was wild, walked Trapp to finish that sequence, then walked Marrero to load the bases, but got Talbot Nash to hit into a game-ending ground out to short, got in on him and jammed him, and the Revs leaving him loaded for the second time in the final 3 innings as they fall here today by a final of 5-3. So that's how it played out. We'll take a break post-game, check the out-of-town scores, wrap things up for you, and then it's off to Bears and Broncos for the 4 p.m. NFL window. We've got that coming up for you as well. Stay tuned. Post-game continues after this.
The York County Solid Waste Authority turns up the heat every day, on your garbage, that is. Advanced waste-to-energy technology is used to burn garbage at 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit in environmentally controlled combustion units. This reduces air emissions and produces electricity, enough to power 20,000 homes every minute of every day. Visit www.ycswa.com to learn more. In York County, garbage is power.
The 1741 Club is here. You in? People's Bank Park introduces a revolution in hospitality in York. The 1741 Club, presented by UPMC. Now open on the skybox level of People's Bank Park, the 1741 Club features stylish design and contemporary decor, all-inclusive food and beverages, and totally flexible ticket purchase options. The hottest spot in York is the place to entertain and thank customers, reward employees, celebrate family occasions, or simply treat yourself to an all-inclusive experience at the ballpark. Nightly menus include enhanced classics and a rotation of special offerings, and house selections of draft beer and wine and a full range of non-alcoholic beverages are included in the ticket price. 1741 Club tickets are available for individual purchase through 3 levels of membership or as season tickets, and they can be used for any of the York Revolution's home games based on availability. The 1741 Club, presented by UPMC. You in? Details and pricing at 1741club.com.
Hey, this is Telvin Nash. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Let's go Revs.
Revs fall today in their final road game of the season, 5-3 here in Lancaster. We'll take a look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. And in the Atlantic League this afternoon, the one we're obviously watching, Sugarland at New Britain. They are tied 3-3 in the bottom of the, well, now they've gone to the 9th inning. 3-3 is the score. A Sugarland loss, and the Revs would stay up by 4 with a magic number of 3. If Sugarland wins, the Revs' lead will shrink to 3. The magic number will stay at 4. Check out AtlanticLeague.com for more on that. Follow that one along as it is in the 9th inning tied. Somerset a 6-3 lead at High Point in the 8th inning, and Long Island is up 5-2 in the 8th at Southern Maryland as they look to wrap up a Liberty Division second half title, which would open up a wild card, and High Point a pretty good lead over New Britain to potentially make that happen early this week. Major League scores here this afternoon. The Orioles lead in Detroit 6-2 going to the 8th inning. Indians are on top of the Twins 7-5 in the 9th. Braves, who might have the clinching celebration hangover, are down 7-0 in D.C. in the 8th inning today. The Astros a 7-2 lead against the Royals going to the 7th. Brewers up 2-1 on the Cardinals in the 7th inning in St. Louis. A lot of runs again at Wrigley. The Cubs lead the Pirates 10-6 in the 5th inning. The A's a 4-0 lead in Texas at the end of 3. Rockies leading the Padres in the 3rd inning 2-1. Marlins and Giants scoreless in the 1st inning out west. The Rays, a 1st inning run, lead early in Anaheim, and news coming out earlier today that Mike Trout will have foot surgery that will end his season, a lingering ailment, and he's going to get it operated on. Reds and Diamondbacks scoreless in the 1st inning, so are the White Sox and Mariners. Phillies lost at home to the Red Sox 6-3. Blue Jays beat the Yankees 6-4 in Toronto. And the Sunday night game tonight, Dodgers and Mets from Citi Field. That is your York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard here this afternoon. Again, the final in our game, the Revs fall here in Lancaster 5-3. Your totals for York, 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 9 on base. Lancaster, 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 5. Win goes to Pedro Echemendia. He is 3-0. The loss to Rob Carson, his first of the season. He is 5-1. The save is Matt Marksberry's first. Time of the game, 3 hours, 3 minutes. Played in front of 5,562 here at Clipper Magazine Stadium this afternoon. The Revs will be back home tomorrow night to start off the final homestand, a 7-gamer. First of 4 against the Long Island Ducks. And tomorrow night, it'll be a hunger-free Monday presented by United Fiber and Data to benefit the York County Food Bank. American Legion in Central PA, 100-year birthday celebration as well. Duke Von Schaman against Anderson De Leon is the matchup on the mound tomorrow night. We'll be on at 6:30 in time for first pitch following the Baltimore Baseball Show, which airs at 6. And we hope you can join us then. Tickets are on sale, YorkRevolution.com, 717-801-HITS, and at the Revs ticket office. Well, coming up next, we'll join our NFL 4 p.m. window. Bears and Broncos coming up on WOYK. And for Brett Petrak in the booth with me, Daryl Henry saying so long from Clipper Magazine Stadium. Once again, your final today, it's the Barnstormers 5 and the Revs 3. Thanks a lot for listening. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon. We'll talk to you tomorrow night back home in York at 6:30 as the Revs host the Long Island Ducks right here on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Thank you for listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. Catch the Revs all season on York's only place for local sports. Tune in 20 minutes before first pitch for a trip to the clubhouse with player interviews and the manager, Mark Mason, every game. Listen throughout the day for the Revs Report and check out 989WOYK.com for highlights and features on York's pro team. York Revolution Baseball all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Now we return to our regularly scheduled programming already in progress on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York. With player interviews and the manager, Mark Mason, every game. Listen throughout the day for